Josh Abrams is in jail for 3 to 5. Calm down, calm down. See what's happened now? Sancho's gone. Oh, hell's breaking loose. Shit's happening. Since Sancho's been gone.
God help us all.
What is up, everybody?
Sancho.
Saturday night open panel with El Sancho. Hello, everybody. Taco, Kenny, Pat, Bucket Boy. Hello, hello.
How's everybody doing tonight?
What's up, guys?
Hola.
So, can we start off with Auditing the USA gets arrested?
Let's do it.
I have not seen this video, for full disclosure. So, I am going to play the video for the first time for everybody to see.
Neither of
I'm
us.
going to play it with like 4 minutes. I'm going to play. Let's go.
Dumbass Glenn.
Bucket, calm down. You've been arrested for a similar situation, Bucket, right?
Hey, not trespassing. That's petty.
Okay.
Just when Connor can tell the cop off, yeah, come on, still getting arrested.
I don't see anything.
Well, it's dark right now.
Oh.
He's yelling right
Come
now.
on now. How do you have to get you for trespassing?
Wait.
You really want to lose your job?
So, did he arrest him yet?
Last name.
Oh,
Property
here we go.
that we pay for. We pay for public property, stupid fuck. You can't trespass us on public property, you retard.
Wow.
Nice language.
I have a feeling he's going to regret that.
Look at that. Look at that. For what? I'm not trespassing. I just walked. What are you talking about? Don't touch me.
You're under arrest.
For what? For what?
For trespassing.
What are you talking about?
You're under arrest for trespassing. Please place your camera down.
I wasn't on the property. I walked away.
Sit it down. Sit it down. You're under arrest.
You've been warned multiple times not to.
No, I haven't. I was walking.
What is your name?
Stay back.
What is your name?
Glenn.
Glenn?
Yeah.
The first letter of your last name.
C.
C. Glenn C. Glenn C.
No, we're 61.
This way. It's not that difficult.
What are you talking about? I wasn't trespassing. I was walking on the.
Stay back.
This man is getting arrested for.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's he with?
You can arrest me. I haven't done nothing.
Why does it show it like that? I don't like it. Can I play it normal? There you go. That's better. Now it's dark right now, everybody.
because they have his phone probably on the front seat or on the hood.
Yeah, because he's being under arrest right now, right?
Yeah, he was already put in cuffs. They already seen that part. Here's the kicker. Here you go. He's is here.
What's up, bucket boy?
What's going on here, Wallace?
A little backstory on this with Glenn. The very beginning of the video, he's pushing his luck. Some of the cops are rolling out to go patrol. They're about 3 to 4 per vehicle. And Glenn's on the property. Cops tell him to get off. Glenn tells him no. 3 cops jump out, and Glenn naturally runs away real quick. Then his narrative is they've threatened to kill him. And then 4 or 5 Antifa guys walk up, and they start egging the cops on, and Glenn jumps in and starts feeding the drama. And once again, he pushed his luck, and here's the outcome.
So he was being enticing.
Of course.
Oh, so yeah, there's a reason for arrest. Enticing behavior.
Yeah, I mean, the cops clearly told him that he was trespassing and to get off the property. He was given 3 or 4 warnings before he was actually arrested.
Oh, see, this is stupidity right there.
Did my poll work?
I don't know. You take any Viagra?
Not my poll. Not my poll. My voting poll.
No.
He was cited and released. Obviously, he uploaded the video.
Well, we don't know when the video is from. Was it from last night or was it from tonight?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. He uploaded it 4 hours ago. I mean, most likely he was cited and released.
If I do hashtag poll, would it come up?
No, because it's not working right now.
Okay.
He's on a lunch break and the fucking stream just started. Like
That's
literally, we're 7 minutes in and the guy took a break already.
What's awesome, you can hear Glenn in the background threatening the cop. You're going to lose your job for arresting me. It's like, fuck off.
They're always going to lose their job for arresting him because he's untouchable.
Exactly. He is.
I know the commands aren't working. I know. Oh, there you go. All right. A poll has opened. Was auditing the USA's arrest justified? Should I play more?
I mean,
no?
if you want to go to the very beginning, it's actually where it starts, where he's given the warning beforehand.
Like, do you know what minute? Well, I don't want to play the whole fucking thing. 30
it was
minutes,
pretty much the very, very beginning.
30 minutes of this guy is going to make me want to skull fuck myself.
Oh, exactly.
Did you really just say play the beginning is where it starts?
Yeah. I don't get it.
Well,
Where the bullshit starts.
Is this a good part? Like,
no, keep going. Pretty much right there.
Like a minute and 30?
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. Anyone want to vote? I'm not telling people to vote a certain way, but that's how to vote. I haven't seen any no's yet. So
he's approaching the driveway right now. Right here's a good spot.
What's that? And if I don't? Trespassing where?
Oh my God. Let's go back to the
public, right?
Here, watch this part. It gets kind of funny here.
Or what?
Or you're going to be arrested for stealing the fucking sidewalk.
Or what?
Well, the language from the officer's not. That's
I'm
not
on the sidewalk.
That's not good.
Oh, you guys are a gang.
Okay.
You guys are a gang.
All right, have a good night, sir.
You guys are a fucking gang.
Oh, no.
Right here is what gets really funny to me. To me, it gets
Ooh,
funny.
gang, dude.
Like,
Don't get
should
shot.
the police get the
Don't
funny?
get shot.
Like, honestly, like,
don't get shot.
So were they having an issue with him not being on the sidewalk?
Yes, he was.
Because that whole Michael Brown case, what they're alleging on their side was the officers pulled up and said, "Get on the fucking sidewalk." We just heard these officers, not same state, not same situation, literally just tell this guy to get on the fucking sidewalk.
You're right, and I'm not justifying the language by any means. However, what I will say is, remember, these cops have been working 90 days.
It's Portland, yeah.
Right, they've been working 90 days straight, dealing with these Antifa idiots pushing their lucks. Again, not justifying it.
But you're looking at the king of agitation, and you start
Exactly.
that shit with the king of agitation when your job is to de-escalate. We're gonna start off on a bad foot.
No, and I agree. Again, I'm not justifying it, but I also understand it.
Gang, you guys are a gang.
And this is when Glenn started the video. We don't know what happened before it.
Actually,
Wow.
in this case here, I'll give Glenn a little
I've
bit of
never
credit because he
seen
does
cops
videotape
that
the
were
whole
gonna,
thing, at least the whole
This is
the walk up
public.
to
They
this
can't
point.
trespass you from this.
Yeah, they can.
How?
Jaquan, can I see if you're real, Jaquan? Are you real, Jaquan?
Yo, what up?
This is public.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Yeah, I live on this block. One of them tried to steal my phone as I was filming them.
These guys are crazy.
Another one, ran at me in a baton charge into my front yard.
Whoa.
All right, I got something to say after all this.
Where did everyone else go?
I don't know. I think it all.
I won't pause it.
But it's been going.
Yeah, I'll throw in a flag if we're doing that tonight.
I mean, you can end it at this point, Sancho. I mean, there's really nothing more after this except for the arrest at the end.
You're throwing a flag, Bucket Boy?
Yeah, I'm throwing a flag in.
What does that mean?
Like you did the other night. During the middle of the video.
Okay, why you want to flag it?
No, I'm just saying so I can speak on it, that's all.
Oh, I got PTSD when you say flag videos, my guy. Jesus.
No.
Jesus.
My challenge flag.
Jesus. Go ahead.
Challenge flag. First off, from what I learned when I was doing that stupid shit, the cop simply just asked you to go back to a sidewalk. He's not telling you to leave the fucking area. Go back to a sidewalk. Stop obstructing their way of driving through the freaking driveway. Stop blocking the entrance and exit. So you're blocking an emergency egress. So you're not technically just on the sidewalk now. And then they just ask you to get back on the sidewalk and you still sit there and cuss at them. Which, yes, is probably the freedom of speech, but still is enticing. And then calling them a gang is also enticing. And trying to act hard when they're sitting there just being respectful at the same time. They didn't get rough and obnoxious with them. And by all that, I think the arrest was justified.
Who's Reddit cuckold? Are you able to show me your face down there? I'm only asking that because your name sounds like someone who should show their face when you come up with a name like that. With all due respect.
I have to say something, Sancho. I swear to God, the world's coming to the end when Bucket Boy is the voice of reason.
No face?
You know what? I didn't even see the video, and I'm going to say that those guys were probably assholes.
No
just
face.
based on Bucket's
Hey,
testimony.
Glitterbug, come up. I'm going to make you.
They were. I mean, Glenn was the Antifa guys weren't. They were also chanting their bullshit cops and stuff. So I mean, but like I said, when Bucket Boy, I'm so proud of you. I have to say it again. Keep up the great work, buddy.
Thank you, Harry.
Oh, I just read your type in Reddit. Oh, fuck the police is what he put in private chat. So didn't want to show.
Not very nice.
So
those cops, I'm sorry to say, didn't do nothing wrong. They were trying to be as reasonable as possible.
So unanimously, are we all out of yes or are we all out of no here?
He broke the law.
I'm gonna
he got
boot
arrested.
this guy. I'm gonna boot this
Definitely,
fizzy
yes.
guy. I'm gonna boot this fizzy guy hard.
I just wanted to make one comment. Can we leave out the boogeyman chasing Antifa blaming thing unless we know for sure that's actually what they were?
There's actually a picture of them, and they're actually in the video with him at one point.
And they said they're
Did you kick me
Antifa.
off the stream?
Well, okay, I can't say they're Antifa
Kick
beyond
me,
the doubt.
Sancho.
People
They
are
were
dropping
dressed as Antifa antagonizers,
Or they're just dressed as little punk kids.
So
which is Antifa.
So
well, no, not necessarily.
Right.
No, I disagree with that.
I mean, if we're gonna have boogeymen, let's say why can't they could be a right wing group.
At this point, then.
Yeah, Oak, I got dropped one time too. It happens sometimes. Just come back up. I don't think it's intentional.
Self bitch.
I think it's intentional, man.
I think so too, Oak.
Don't
It's a conspiracy.
Right.
I didn't get my intro played.
Yeah,
I
don't
got
become
kicked.
one of these dickheads who think every you know what I mean? Like, we love Oak around here.
Bitch.
We love hard Oak.
We're basically going to unanimously yes, right, guys?
So what are we thinking here? what are we thinking? Is it a unanimous yes?
Well, yeah, he broke the law.
Yep.
How many warnings
just-
must you give one person before you arrest them?
I mean, we all get it.
How many times are you going to be reasonable and respectful as an officer for a change that's being targeted by other people?
Well, that's what I'm gonna say is like it comes to a point. He's like that. He's in the same area with the same district with the same officers who know him. So yeah, at a point it might look like did they really have to arrest him for it? But if he broke the
Kemp,
law,
are you real, Kemp?
then he gets arrested. Period. If he broke the law, he gets arrested.
I'm sorry, Jim. Let me cut you off.
James, can I figure out if this guy's real or not?
Yeah.
Kemp, are you real? No, not real. I don't know. He just wants to be in the private chat, and other people are trying to get in, dude.
I'll drop
Go
off
ahead,
in a
Eric.
second. Hey, Jim, real quick. Also, he's not in Washington right now. He's actually in Portland.
Keeps changing
So
screen
it's not his
names and shit.
backyard.
Oh, okay. Well,
But the thing
that's
is,
why I
people
said.
think these officers in Portland are dealing with so much stress right now, so much aggravation, because they're trying to deviate and divide
I am caught.
who's a protester and who's not. And they're being the voice of reason. Just tell them to go on a sidewalk. You're sitting there cussing them out. And they get
West
really
Clinton's
upset.
motive.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny that any police force at this time is dealing with a lot of stress, right? But if he broke the law, he should get arrested, regardless
Absolutely.
if it was for a simple ticket and release. They can still handcuff you for that, put you in the car to write the ticket. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're still detained.
My two Beagles, I already played the arrest. Just because
people
you
don't
didn't see
understand-
it doesn't mean I didn't play it. I already played
Yeah,
it.
it was played already. But I just saying that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What people don't understand, Jim, is you can be handcuffed for any reason. A cop can detain you for any reasonable reason he believes his safety's in peril. Just because you're handcuffed does not mean you're going to be arrested. It means you're detained for that moment.
Right, but what I was saying was, for a police officer in my state to put handcuffs on you, he has to have reasonable, the fucking spiel, right?
Right.
That
Reasonable,
I commit-
articulable suspicion.
or pull me over in a traffic. Like, see, this is what people don't understand. If you get pulled over, you're officially detained at that moment.
Hold on, let me play the arrest for those who didn't see it. All right, because I want to get a legitimate poll. All right, rewind it a little bit more.
Bring the 1.5 months back and everybody gets to that point.
Right there.
Okay.
Go on mute, Bucket.
Yes, sir.
It's just not as loud as
They told me earlier I'd be trespassing if I walked on here, but I don't know how they can trespass you from public property
Pretty easily.
that we pay for. We pay for public property, stupid fuck. You can't trespass us on public property, you retard.
Watch this.
So was it public property or was it private?
It's a police station.
So it's public.
Look at that.
Yes and no. It's closed.
Look at that.
So
For what?
you can still be trespassed from closed when it's
I'm not
closed.
trespassing. I just walked. What are you talking about? Don't touch me.
You're under arrest.
For what?
You're
For
under
what?
arrest for trespassing.
What are you talking about?
You're under arrest for trespassing. Please place your camera down.
I wasn't on the property. I walked away.
Set it down. Set it down.
I don't know.
See, it's from that angle.
No, I
It's
haven't. I
so
was
hard
walking.
to tell if he actually went on their property or if he stayed on the sidewalk. But he says in the beginning of it, I could get arrested for going on this property for trespassing, as if he has already been trespassed. I don't understand. There's not enough information for me to make a clarification.
Did you catch at the end? He said, I was walking away, or I walked backwards away, which hints that he was on the property and he backed away off of it.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's playing a tiptoe game, like stepping across and stepping back, stepping across, stepping back,
So-
just trying to antagonize him.
So like Glenn's MO is what he'll do, I've noticed, is when he's trespassed from someone, they tell him to leave property. He did it with that officer he called the N-word, and he's done it several other times with a
Yep.
security guard and stuff. he'll walk backwards very slowly, and he'll be like, "I'm leaving," and he'll intentionally, take tiptoe steps backwards, just to be an asshole, and be like, I'm in the process of leaving," but really,
Does anybody have a definitive declare, like El Sancho asked, which I think is a great question? Like, can you be trespassed from public property? Like, can they trespass you from the police station? Is that
Bro,
legal?
is that the
It is.
department that he called the officer the N-word?
No, he's in Portland, Oregon. He's not in Seattle right now. And yes,
Oh, okay.
if a police,
I have looked into it, and yes, you can.
So do we think the tensions are really high in Portland, and this kind of just put it over the edge and made it an arrest? And is it legal?
The rest is legal. Most public buildings are closed right now, especially at night due to the riots, and especially police stations. Those have been heavy targets for vandalism.
What they would use too for disorderly. I can't say the word correctly, but Officer Oak will probably correct me on this. Officer Oak, please help me out. Tremulous behavior. Does that sound?
You're thinking of
tumultuous.
Yes,
Almost.
thank you.
You almost turned me on, Bucket.
I'm trying.
He still turned me on. He even started with a T.
I'm turned on. What are you talking about?
And do we?
You got him giggling within three words. You got him giggling, Clitterbug.
Look at
Holy
that!
shit!
Look at that face!
Oh,
look how red! Look how red that face is!
Bucket, will you go on a date with me?
Bucket.
Bucket, will you go on a date with me?
Look at that!
No,
Bucket Boy's blushing.
He's a professional
Look at
now.
that grin.
He's learned from me.
Where did he go?
Bucket Boy's making his O face.
I came.
Bucket, you got
He's got that big
I'm
shit
waiting
eater
for
grin on.
Hold on. I'm waiting for an answer.
Look at him blush. Holy shit.
Bucket, what are you doing? I warned you.
I'm not joking.
Bucket, I warned you about this earlier.
bro.
Bucket, I warned you about this earlier, so don't call me a fucking asshole when I called you and told you what was going on.
No, I know.
This was supposed.
You got
This was supposed to happen on my show.
You got a fan base.
Yeah, it was supposed to happen earlier, but you were asleep.
You didn't show up, bro.
I was asleep. I woke up. Someone called me for my rally.
Is she crying?
No, we don't got to
Oh,
embarrass. You don't got to. We don't got to embarrass him. No.
Last hit.
He can just grab them digits. You know what I mean?
I have one question for
I
you.
mean,
Do you smoke weed?
well, no, I don't. It makes me really, really sick.
Bucket?
I'm one of those people.
Bucket, you want me to boot her?
Am I?
Bucket sitting there
I
next.
mean, I can wear a mask.
She doesn't
I can wear a mask.
Doesn't mean you can't hate somebody.
Bucket sweats weed smoke.
Bucket gets,
Well, I
Bucket gets
mean-
mad when Joe Cool won the pot poll like the other night. Bucket got pissed.
Yo,
Bucket was telling me the night.
I
can't believe Joe Cool
Oh,
beat
it
me in
does. It smell like strains of weed.
If you hug Bucket Boy, a big puff of smoke comes out.
And go, woohoo, and the smoke comes out.
Oh,
like
well,
that.
he still didn't answer my. He still didn't answer our question.
You're deflecting, Bucket Boy. You're deflecting.
You're deflecting. We don't do
Someone get
deflecting around
Morgie.
here.
Yeah, where's Morgie?
420? Are you 420 friendly? You don't smoke?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down with that. I just can't do it because it makes me really sick.
Now, is this a setup?
Is this a setup? She lives in Texas, though. That's the only problem, Bucket.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You didn't tell me this now.
Hey, I have a car. I have gas.
Yeah, start talking, hang out. Yeah, Bucket Boy. Look. She wants to be a friend. She wants to get to know you. She wants to go out on a date. So you know what I mean. Start to chat up,
Seiko,
get
what
it
did
going.
I say about him earlier? What did I say about him earlier?
You love his work, and you think he's turned a corner, and you think he's very attractive ever since he has his short hair.
Yeah, and I can tell you've lost a lot of weight and you've grown up a lot.
This isn't no setup jive like that other channel bullshit
No.
tried to do. This is serious. Like
Yeah,
somebody
that's
wanted to
bullshit,
meet.
yeah.
I
Somebody
told you
wanted to
off
meet
air.
you.
I told you off air that she's a fan of yours, and you thought I was bullshitting you, and here she is telling you that she's a
Here
fan of yours.
I am.
Dead up fan, bro. Wanted to meet you earlier, but you were
Email me.
sleeping, and set up another time to come
But
on
you
so
were
she could meet
asleep.
you. Good
Email
shit,
me.
dude.
Got my email.
You saw how quick I jumped up there right when he said,
Why are you assuming she has your email? She doesn't have your email.
I don't have anybody's email.
It's right there on my screen.
That's your email on your screen?
At gmail.com.
With
Hey,
all the
Trippy.
spaces?
Well, no, but you know how to type an email in. I'll sign into my.
Just give it to Sancho. He'll give it to me, and I'll email you later.
Why don't you put your email in private chat bucket?
I got you.
All right.
And
So
that's
what
it.
else do we have to add about this arrest with Glenn Sarah?
Yeah,
Like
put it in
glitter?
private chat.
Do you have an opinion on the arrest of
What?
Glenn Glitter? Because you might have to impress like Bucket with your intelligence before he does anything. So let's get your feedback on the arrest of Glenn Serio.
Hold on one second, buddy. Hey, Trippy, welcome up. Welcome
Okay,
to the
so
Sancho
wait,
show.
this.
Who?
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Trippy's in here.
Let the lady talk.
Oh, Trippy's in the back.
Who gives a shit? Who's
Okay,
in
like
the
I
back?
came in. I came in late on this one because he was like, "Why would you go to these places that are like this right now and fuck with the cops?" I mean, honestly, they're on high alert. All you're doing is antagonize them. You know, I just don't get it. And I've seen from my profession, I have seen people getting trespassed from hospitals, from police departments. You know, it's just, why even do that?
Exactly. He was antagonizing. He was tasteful. He was that big word I didn't say correctly that helped me out earlier. True. Yeah, I'm not gonna try it again.
What is it, Officer Oak?
I don't know. This is a little off topic,
I just
Sancho,
think he's
but
an all-around.
my intro was never played. I'm not paid to be here tonight.
Hold on.
Hey
Oh, you dumb
everyone,
little diva.
it's not Officer Oak here. I just wanted to welcome you to the show and ask you to like, share, and subscribe. And that's the reason I stopped you today.
What the hell? I didn't even see it.
It was a video.
Do it again.
I didn't even see it.
You want me to play it now? Are you watching the screen?
Yeah.
All right. Pretend. Okay, you're very used to this. Pretend like you're staring at the bucket boy real quick. Ready? Go.
Hey everyone, it's not Officer Oak here. I just wanted to welcome you to the show and ask you to like, share, and subscribe. And that's the reason I stopped you today.
Love it.
All right, my intro has been
Love
played.
it.
Now I can answer the question. It seems like there's a backstory here, and he was probably already warned and told that he can't come back on that property, either at that time or at a previous time. It seems like he has previous knowledge of that, and he decided to dick around and tiptoe over the line, and they said, "Too late, you crossed the line, bitch. Now you're going to jail."
Yep.
So
I learned out the hard way myself.
Was it justified?
Yes. Anything that happens to Glenn Serio is justified.
Are you saying that
Yeah.
because you just don't like Glenn Serio?
Can I say something now?
I
agree
mean,
with-
legally justified or morally?
That's a good point. Legally or morally?
Both.
Well, morally, I mean, like I could like watch Glenn Serio get stomped out, and I would say it was justified. But legally,
I mean, yeah, I could too.
Right? I'm just upset with Mr. McGoy here. that he didn't get bear sprayed.
So
He just needs to go somewhere and quit.
am I able to go over a very difficult subject?
Yes, you are.
No.
So I
Sorry.
I saw my boy Taco do a show. I'm like a fucking idiot. I didn't read the title. I thought it was his first episode. And I said to myself, I said, you know what? I mean, like, we all know the first time needs to be special. So I had an idea. I said, why don't I turn my camera on? Wouldn't that be a good idea, Bucket, in your opinion, if I turn my camera on and kind of pop Taco's cherry? And yeah, I mean, is that a good thing that a friend would do?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was accused of using a voice modulator because I have a very well radio voice, hence why I've done over 15 years in radio. That explains it, but okay. So I decided to do something that it took a lot of, willpower for me to do. And finally, after 2 months of having, 2-3 months of being around, finally turning a camera on. So let's see it. Everyone go on mute.
In the Mansfield Discord, Aquabats. They're a superhero band. It's kind of funny.
Interesting.
Sancho, you're welcome to come up if you want. I'm not going to beg, though. I promise I won't beg.
What kind of music do you think Sancho listens to? Mariachi bands?
Nah, I think he's
keep in mind.
Kind of a
Don't judge before I was on. This is the new show.
Kind of like the.
So everyone subscribe to
I bet he was a
Taco.
big fan of Limp Bizkit.
I do like Limp Bizkit, Taco.
He was a big Limp Bizkit fan.
I do. Behind Blue Eyes, break stuff.
There he is.
No
Watch
one
this.
knows what it's like to
Hold
be
on,
the
James.
best.
What's this?
Sancho, you sure you want the? Are you ready to come up, or do you want to go to an icon?
There it is.
Oh, man.
What the hell is that?
We got Sancho's face.
This show sucks. This show sucks. There's me.
I know.
Now, keep in mind, the former cop, Indie News on the Street, announces today, oh, he turned his camera on and showed his face. He showed his face. That's a former cop. So if anyone's accusing me of being a bootlicker, holy fuck, I fooled a former cop. I'm not using a voice. I'm not using a voice changer, and this show sucks.
I know, but
you guys think I look good?
But Brian can see now that your face. Look at.
Fuck.
Now we can sue you.
I want to, Pat Seguin, I want to fuck you so bad.
What the fuck?
I got my message across.
And
Please
then
like-
they thought it was a digital overlay.
Yeah. A digital overlay where my head's moving and my hair is flying already, and yeah.
That's one hell of digital overlay.
Yeah.
Like fucking
From
like
when
what
the 60s?
like Eric Brandt has. Like with the
I know
pineapple.
when it happened too. I know when it happened too, because Brian suddenly went silent on News New England, and I saw like my viewership went up like 8 or 10 people.
You're welcome.
I know, thank you.
Advertised. The word spread quick in the First Amendment Avengers group. I saw that I showed my face. And don't judge. I mean, I was having a couple fights when I got, doxxed on Discord, and I'm going to dispose every one of you. Don't worry about that. Depose, I guess the word is. I'll depose all of you for making fun of my warts on my face and my eyeballs.
I understand.
I thought it was hot.
Well,
I'd still hit it.
I just think if you saw me at the beach and saw me at the trails and saw me at the zoo, you might be less to judge me,
Yeah, in the van.
Because you'll know that I'm a human being just like you.
A white man.
Do you carry green Jolly Ranchers?
Blue. So
With
where
Cody
are we?
inside.
Where are we with the poll? So the poll is a unanimous poll right now.
What was the poll?
What? Oh, wow. So the poll was auditing the USA's arrest justified? Yes or no?
Oh shit!
Yes.
Wow. Wait,
So-
the poll's fake. The poll is fake.
The world has spoken.
It's been going
Fake
on for
poll.
30 minutes. I'm trying to.
Fake poll.
So does anyone vote no?
Like I said,
yes,
Sancho.
Him getting arrested is always going to be.
Well, it's gotta be, just because the guy's a piece of shit doesn't mean he should be arrested for anything and everything.
No, he should.
I don't agree.
When
with
he
that.
does piece of shit things.
Before the camera.
But he does stupid shit
How
all
many
the time.
times do you
No, but it's not illegal. He's a stupid
Exactly.
idiot. It's not illegal to be a stupid idiot. That's why there's so many of them around there. There's so many out here because it's not illegal.
I don't know. I'm sure we could find a law for something.
Oh, the more
Okay, so I want to know why people are going.
Sorry.
I want
Go
to know
ahead.
why people are starting to go to churches and stuff like that and doing this crap to them.
Clicks and views and attention. I think churches are definitely a line that shouldn't be crossed. For like my whole thing on this channel is I don't talk about religion or politics, and those are two prime examples. And you just don't want to. Hold on, guys. We got breaking news. Apparently, Joe Cool has temporarily lost his weed bag. Nobody move. Hands up where we can see them. We have 48 people in here. We need to stay. Everybody needs to stay, and we define where that weed bag is for Joe Cool. I just think there's a line, and that line is crossed when you go to church. There's people who go to church who are human beings who have issues like you and I, like everybody, and they seek God and they seek prayer, and they're not in a good place. And I just think sticking the camera in those people's faces is just morally, unethically wrong.
Facts.
That's what I always call them, like norms, norms, of society. It's like, yeah, dude, it's okay. Like you're allowed to do it, but it's just not cool. You know what I mean? It's just it's a norm. Like you can go in some cities that I grew up in, North Philly and North Philadelphia, and it's a war zone out there. And if you were trying to pull some shit like that out there with some shit that they're doing, they would kill you. Like,
should there be a legal ordinance passed where there should be no filming? The issue is we're talking, a public street leads to the church. They're allowed to film on a public street, so they're technically doing nothing illegal. Is it immoral? Yes. Is it illegal? No.
It disrupts the church because they're out there by the door filming everyone going in. It's annoying. I mean, just because it's your First Amendment, it's also their First Amendment to go to church. And it's not that they're filming, it's that they're harassing. Is it reasonable for someone to ask you, like, hey, what are you filming for? Because I don't know if you're about to blow the place up or some shit. And then for you to respond, like, get the fuck out of my face, bitch. I'll fucking destroy you. That's like, okay, what the fuck are you up to, motherfucker?
Exactly.
But then think about this though. Let's think about somebody's funeral, right? We don't agree that it's okay to film somebody's funeral, but when a celebrity dies, right? There's paparazzi, there's helicopters, there's camera crews everywhere practicing their First Amendment right to film this funeral. Like, people that are there don't want their picture being taken. They're going to grieve, but it gets plastered all over the news, and it's okay or it's acceptable because it's mainstream news and people actually want to know. But I'm not saying it's okay what they're doing. I'm just giving you another side of the coin.
No, but more so. I mean, look at the West Baptist Church filming dead soldiers funerals and saying and picketing.
God, I hate them.
Picketing with like it's good God wanted your son to die and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not agreeing.
I hate those people.
You know how I think, Oak. I like to do both sides of the coin, and like I don't agree with what they're doing, right? I'm just saying when the mainstream media does it, it's like it goes unchecked, and so it's like, where do we draw the line? Where is it okay or is it not okay as long as they're standing in public?
But the thing is, though, hold on. The thing is, though, the media don't antagonize. The media don't call
But
names.
the thing is, when the news organizations do it, it's because it's a newsworthy event.
But it's not the point.
But I get that too, Kenny, and I kind of understand that too. But it's still right. It's skirting the lines because does the family really want helicopters? Do they really want that? It's only a newsworthy event because the person who died was popular. It's not because.
But the question remains is, if I'm standing on a public street filming, which I'm 100% legally able to do, and somebody gets disturbed by that, it still is not illegal. True or false?
Can I say something on that, though?
True. It's still not illegal.
So,
hello?
It's legal.
Right.
Hello.
Hold on,
by the
Bucket.
law. By the law, legal.
Can I just say
let
something?
Bucket talk.
Go ahead, Bucket.
All right.
Go ahead, Bucket.
It's one thing if you're doing it legally and not saying anything and remaining silent and being respectful and just standing there. But it's another thing when you like I learned, and I learned the hard way myself. There's another way though when you're freaking sitting there telling the cop, like I've done. Yes, I have. I'm not being a freaking tit for tat. I'm not being a little. I didn't do it. But I have. And say, go fuck yourself. This is my shit. This is and you're being enticeful at that point. And then that officer say perfectly fine for me. And that's when you're becoming disorderly. And then they tell you to back off the property and play it on and off, already knowing, I bet if I step onto this property, they're going to tell me I'm trespassing. And then they tell you to back up, and you already know you're going to be told to be you're trespassing. That's what the media don't do, and that's what some of us private journalists and whatnot don't do either. And by him doing that, he was already causing the scene. He was being the fly in the shit and not the fly on the wall.
Sancho, I agree with what you. I agree with the line of thought that you are going with as well. Is like legal is legal, and whether you like it, it's still legal.
Okay, true, but think of
Yes, but that's how you approach it.
I think his internet's cutting out, or is he on a delay again?
Yeah,
the thing for me. Oh, go ahead, Kenny.
I think of more like what the auditors are doing, kind of more like those photographers.
My guy,
like
you able to switch
that are
off
doing
Wi-Fi
all
or
the
go
the
to
photographers
4G?
that take pictures of people that are coming out of restaurants or airports or whatnot. I take.
He hears me 10 seconds after the fact, and it's annoying the hell out of me.
I'm not on Wi-Fi.
Are you
I'm
able
on
to?
4G.
Are you able to go on Wi-Fi?
Where is he at again?
Who?
Oh wait, hang on. Never mind. Not him.
He's on a delay, so he.
Well, can I get my point then?
No.
While we wait.
No, he's on. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Got him.
Okay.
No talk.
Well, damn it, Bucket. All right. My big worry is the way I see it is, especially with like synagogues and mosques and other like minority religions, their big worry is these First Amendment auditors or filmers or photographers is taking license plates or pictures of them. They're feeling like, all right, they're taking pictures of them, and it might be used later to like get to find them at their homes and maybe do violence at their residents, you know, that it might become something of harm to them later on. That's that's a big worry.
I could see that as like a a general belief, like why people would react to it, because people don't realize there's nothing that they can really do with your tag number unless they have access to GCIC.
I got told by somebody that works at City Hall that you can get like a tax thing.
Or NCIC, I mean. Whatever
Right.
it's called.
You know what's weird? For even a person like me who doesn't give a shit, like who is like if somebody puts a camera on even me, I even go, what are you filming me for? It's just a general behavioral reaction. And then
it's all how you respond.
right, and then that's where the interaction can go up or down, right?
If
And
you say, because if you're like Glenn, like he was in that video, and go, because I can't, I'm on public property, you son of a bitch, you work for me. That's being aggressive. That's being true. That's being enticeful and everything. To have, I'm just recording, sir, for my purposes only, or my protection as well as yours.
Right. But what's the response to those who've seen the incident in New Jersey with the things you said?
And like I said, yeah, that's what got me in trouble. Yeah, they might have been unwarranted but not unlawful. But it was still awful to say. I agree, and it was kind of loud and disturbing for everybody could hear it.
Are you chalking it up as a giant learning experience? The way you spoke and what you said, you know, wishing death upon an officer and all that.
Yes.
It's a giant learning experience that is making you the person you are now, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So I had to get the serious shit out of the way, Bucket.
Hey Bucket, was there anybody putting gas in that tank for you to?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Most
So there was hype engines behind that, is what I'm saying. It wasn't just 100%. I'm not justifying what you did. I'm just trying to understand somebody
But you
being
have apologized for that,
right?
Correct? He has apologized. I've seen the video.
Really apologetic for it.
Yeah, I just don't think it's fair if somebody's being misled at taking the brunt of what's
my
being
biggest
done.
thing.
No.
He does have a bad boy side. I don't know if you're aware of that, Litterbug, but the Bucket Boy can have a bad boy side.
I mean, I've seen it. I'm all about it. I guess my biggest thing, we talked about this earlier, Sancho, was when like it's not wasn't just Bucket Boy, it's the retard with the wisp and all that other crap, and they go in and they film victims, and when you're, that's not cool, because they're there to get away from their abusers, and then you have a camera in front of them.
Yep.
And then somebody going ape shit crazy in front of them. I mean, that gets to me all the time. And yeah, I'm gonna say, Bucky, you pissed me off when you did that multiple times.
And that's why when I started seeing it and I started feeling it myself, and I was like, nah, I can't be doing this no more. And the shit that he had me doing, I'm not gonna mention names, we know who he is, but he had me doing and whatnot, and being a personal driver in his own vehicle and and telling me I was being an entertainer. I was like, nah, I can't. Nah. And then I started seeing more and more fucked up. I was like, nah, that's not what I wanted. And then I get freaking, and then we get to a huge blow up. And then it was just, from there, I was like, fuck that, I'm cutting my ties now. Before it's too late.
So can I ask?
Officer Oak, maybe you can answer this. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just, because chat, I always
go ahead.
I always like to look at chat, because chat's always a big part of these panels, and so I know sometimes we can get lost in stuff, but people had been asking stuff, and a Southside slacker was saying something about I was trying to read what you were saying, but something before it though, talking about though you may not agree with being overly aggressive verbally, which you have the right to, they can arrest you and it's okay. So I don't know what that was referring to, so that we could like kind of give it an answer, because it's always good to interact with chat. That you know what I mean.
And I want to answer while we wait on an answer from Southside Slacker real quick. There we go. Vil Fly Freedom. Before that one though, that person put, where'd it go? Oh, does Bucket Boy still do audits? I can't say no, but I can't say yes. I've been more doing news coverage and rally coverages and more civil rights and human rights activist work. But for audits, per se, no. I try to stay away from police departments. I try to stay away from post offices. I try to stay away from all the cop watch shit for the most part.
Yeah. And then somebody else asked in chat something about, I don't know if El Sancho knows anything about, they said that bitch tits get arrested. I don't think he did. I don't know if El Sancho knows anything.
No.
Those we did the Bucket Boy, and then I think that's about it. Hello, Kimber says hello to everybody.
What's going on, Fizzy? What's going on, Kimber?
Oh, Booze now 702
Hey,
says,
Camber.
what the fuck? Canceled? Who's canceled?
Hey, El Sancho.
Yes,
thank you.
What was your question, Glitter? I know you were asking me something.
Okay, so like I get that filming in public, you know, blah 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 blah. But if I come up to you and I'm like, dude, please don't film me in public, is that, what's the deal with that? If I don't want to be filmed in public, then
Unfortunately, there's no expectation of privacy in
I'm
public.
not saying it right, but I think you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, unfortunately, there's no expectation of privacy in public, but it doesn't change the fact that you're a douche if you're filming somebody who doesn't want to be filmed. I mean, unfortunately, because people like to abuse their right to film, they could harass you. They could harass everybody with cameras if they wanted to, I suppose.
And that's my always puzzling thing is, when does it become?
So I have no right.
No, that's what we're saying. That's the thing. And so when does it come to a line of being harassment, right? When the guy with the camera is just following you now just to get a reaction out of you, you know, because you know, the person fed into it by mistake. That's why I said earlier, it's that point of that simple question: why are you filming me? And then it goes to every level when it could just be, you know, I don't know. It's
well, it could be considered. Let me look up Mass state law, because.
Well, and again,
and this is why I shouldn't have showed my fucking face. Fuck.
Oh, damn it, Sancho, you fucked up.
Hey, Sancho, Officer Hook's looking up something. Can I ask you a question?
I've had a bad day. My freedom was taken away, and now this.
You gotta take that button away that turned your camera on.
No, my freedom was taken away. You didn't hear?
Wait, no, what happened?
So I can mute your free speech. I mean, this is the guy who wants to talk to me, bro.
Yeah, he wants
was
to come
muting
up.
my free speech. He was muting my free speech all night. You know?
Get him up. Come on now.
No, because it.
Well, he banned me, so he blocked me.
No, Glitterbug, we don't want to, you know,
He's back over at News New England right now.
Yeah, we're having a good panel.
Laughing and everything.
Yeah, we're having a good panel.
Sorry.
I can't get unbanned. They won't unban Sancho. Cool. They won't unban anybody.
Freedom? Why doesn't vilified freedom come up on my panel? That's a question. Right, Glitterbug?
Oh, come on, VF, please.
I like
VF.
I emailed VF a couple times, but I stopped chasing him. I said, you know what? I'm not going to chase him like a hot chick with a beard.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I messaged a bunch of his videos as well as Sancho.
Oh, Jimmy's up here.
Jimmy is a hot chick with a beard.
G'day.
Jimmy got a
Can I
big
get a
dick.
can I get a second?
He is.
Oh, go ahead.
So Massachusetts state law, chapter 265, section 43, stalking is defined as the behavior of the following: willfully and maliciously engaging in conduct that seriously alarms or annoys a specific person and would cause a reasonable person to suffer substantial emotional distress, and making threats with the intent to place person in fear of death or bodily injury. So by filming somebody and following them around, it would be a stretch, and it would have to be like, it could be articulated to be, seriously alarming and cause emotional distress. But it would be, I wouldn't hang my hat on it. But that's just Massachusetts state law. I mean, we
I
can
just
go
think
through other states.
That might also.
And I know. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Bucket.
Sorry, Margie. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, Bucket. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. And I know also in Rhode Island too, and I want to say something too, but also in Rhode Island it's a one consent state, and that all you need to do is get the consent to do the recording.
Right, but just filming somebody isn't the whole story there. There's filming them, and then what you're saying and doing as you're filming them. If you're following them while you're
But that's
filming
the thing,
them.
though, if there's somebody that if they're not supposed to be in the main story of what I'm doing, I would try not to get them in it directly. If they ask me not to, I try not to.
Yeah, we're not accusing you of that. What we're saying, Bucket.
There's a lot of people that don't care, and that's fucked up. I agree with Glitter.
I know. I just don't want you to feel like you have to defend
No,
yourself.
I don't feel
every
that.
time.
No, I'm just saying no based on my past. I'm still here to justify my past as well.
Hey, does anyone know who Sean is?
No. Sean?
Yeah, let me highlight something.
Bucket, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you may, Morgie.
Thank you, Bucket. When you were filming with the people we shall not name, did they used to do things behind the camera?
They used to do things on camera, like, oh, we should compare bank statements and then edit it out. They used to talk about their money behind camera. Rub it in my face, and I only get like pennies out of it.
Sean, you there?
Ridiculous.
Yes, I am.
All right, okay. I just want to make sure there's no dick coming.
Sorry.
No. Some of the people know me.
Hey, Sancho, I'm gonna drop down for a minute. I'll be back.
All right, Bucket's waiting.
Yeah, I do. He's straight up.
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna drop down for a minute, and I'll be back up.
You ready,
That
Bucket?
is a weird way to spell Sean.
I know. Blame my mama. Blame
That's
my
the
mama.
Irish. That's the Irish way.
You're one of the only people I ever talked to who knows that.
There you go. No, what I was trying to get at, Bucket, was when they were behind the camera, did they make facial expressions or
Oh yeah, like, when a cop stop us, one of the people we shall not name who would be on camera like doing like kissy faces, like and it kind of like antagonizing. Yes,
Right. I will tell you, Bucket. I'm going to give you a little warning because you're my boy. Don't talk over Morgie.
I didn't.
All right. I'm not saying you did. You may or may not have. Just future reference.
Quit your fucking deflecting.
Shut up and stop
Bucket.
deflecting. Okay?
Hey, Bucket.
Thank you, Bucket.
She's got a switch, a very quick switch. If we're in 3 hours deep, she'll rip your fucking head off for sneezing.
Yeah, this is definitely not NNE booze now. This is civil conversation, civil opinion debate, knowledge learning. We learn things. People look stuff up. Like Oak just looked stuff up when we had a question about it, and found the answer instead of just spouting some fucking garbage that isn't true.
Can I also put something else out there? And I got to give credit to Diver because he knows everything, and he sent me something in Discord. As far as the church thing goes, I'd like to read this California state law that would pertain to furry. Every person who intentionally disturbs or disrupts any assemblage of people met for religious worship at a tax-exempt place of worship by profane discourse, rude or indecent behavior, or by unnecessary noise, either within the place where the meeting is held, or so near it as to disturb the order and solemnity, I can't fucking read that word, of the meeting, is guilty of a misdemeanor, punishable by a fine not exceeding $1,000.
How do you run Masshole with that kind of language?
We talking about crazy?
I mean, Jesus.
You see his name, you fucking king. Come on, bro. We love you, though.
King Oak.
The interesting thing I find interesting about it, though, is that Ferry goes out proposing, it's my First Amendment right, it's my First Amendment right to do this. I can film here, I can do this. The problem is that there's the other part of the First Amendment which allows people to worship freely, and she's not allowing that. So it's hypocritical. It's hypocritical of her to, say one thing of the First Amendment and yet deny people the other part of the First Amendment.
Oh, Diver, just tell everyone the word I couldn't say. Thanks. Make me look stupid.
Hey, Diver came in for you, Officer. You came in for me. It's teamwork.
Yep.
Jay Waller, did you have a Crohn's ribbon up there earlier?
Yes, I did.
I have Crohn's too.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, man.
It's better now. Yeah, they've got me in a study at the University of Utah. I'm actually getting my medication and my treatments for free right now. So.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Yeah, I just had my last upper and lower done I think 4 months ago, and I still have hundreds of pseudo, but they're all just pseudo, So
I'm only in week 34 of the first year, but they got me I'm off all the meds except for the Activia every 4 weeks.
Hey, take my word on this. So whenever you have flare-ups, right? Try not to take large doses of the steroid, because here's what happened to me.
Oh, they got me off that. I'm up.
Yeah. Well, here's what happened though. So I'm just saying in the future, if you get a flare-up and to solve a flare-up, they want to start you on the high doses and then wean you down. What happens is it killed the blood vessels in my knees, which then gave me osteoarthritis and avascular necrosis, and it killed my knees. And I had to have them both replaced with what's called extended hardware.
Yeah.
And that's from the Crohn's because of taking high doses of steroids for a long period of time, because the inflammation was so bad. They wanted to take it out, and I didn't want to take it out. I didn't want to go through that. So,
I'm fortunate. University of Utah in Salt Lake City has some of the best doctors in the world. It's one of the finest hospitals, and the doctor who's treating me in the study had Crohn's.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm not a guinea pig. They had me in some mixture of medications. I wasn't on prednisone for too long. They got me off that, and I stopped taking the injections of Humira eventually. And I got the Metho last night, and so now it's just the infusions once a month.
Oh, okay. So you're not on anything like Asacol or any of the.
No.
Okay.
I have another colonoscopy in 18 weeks. It'll be about 1 year. Yeah.
Okay. Did they ever have you on Bentyl or anything?
No.
No. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, they've been pretty conservative as far as the treatment goes, and could have been nicer. And they said I have one of the ugliest colons ever seen in their life. And it's like it's got a weird curve. They had to like move me around. And last December when I had the colonoscopy and put me in the study.
Yeah.
And I woke up with sore ribs. So what happened? Said we had to move you around. I said you could have told me that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's funny you say that because the state that I'm in, that they actually took my colonoscopy and sent it to the state university to be studied because they've never seen a colon be able to hold that many pseudopolyps as mine did. Mine, they actually thought it went from, they thought it went all the way through into the small. That's how bad it was. And
there was a fear that I had cancer. There was no question. They were worried about that, and they breathed easier after that. But they said my fecal cow was
I would really
unreal.
I would really be interested in this discussion on any other day besides tonight.
I know, but I just want to get a little bit. It's rarely I see a guy with a purple ribbon. Or something.
I wish to both of you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
I hope your next colonoscopy is the most pleasant, enjoyable experience you've ever had. I hope it's as fun as a banana split on a Sunday. But I kind of got to take control of the show again.
Oh, I understand. It
was
a moment of silence there, so I kind of jumped in with him. That's all.
Yeah, there's only so many assholes we can take in one day.
Well, asshole, when are we going to move on to News New England?
Jimmy in Australia are like day zone, so they haven't had supper yet. And you just announced that you have the biggest colon in the world. So I need to kind of look out for them too because they haven't had supper. And I did have supper, but it's on my lap now.
I thought Brian was the ugliest asshole in the world.
Right. So let's play this quick video because I finally have Oak, and I've been getting so many emails about body cam. Everyone loved when I break down body cam every week, and I couldn't do it Tuesday. Tomorrow I have a great interview, fantastic interview with somebody with an amazing story who was incarcerated for 29 years and has been released recently, and his story is absolutely amazing, encouraging, emotional, and everything. That will be tomorrow night, hopefully tomorrow night. So let's go over this. 2016, a woman claims cop wrongfully arrested and groped her. So Officer Oak, you're here. What we want to do is anybody want to pause it and add a comment, just let us know. But until then, just stay on mute, okay?
Yes, sir.
Let's break it down.
Right, ma'am. Stand up, okay? So the next step is called the 9-step walk. It's going to require you to walk. Do you put your first down? Right. So I know she has sandals on. The pavement thought. Are you okay doing this with sandals? Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine a solid imaginary line in front of you. I want you to place your left foot on that line. Place your right foot in front of your left foot. So your right heel is touching your left toe. Can you do that now?
Go ahead and pause it real quick.
Okay, hold on.
Let your hands.
Yep.
So I suppose this is a DUI stop that they're doing. Well, maybe an accident, and they're testing her for DUI. It looks like they're about ready to get started with the walk and turn, which I noticed he called the 9-step test, and he didn't do HGN, which should be done first, which is horizontal gaze nystagmus, where pretty much where they wave their finger in front of your face a couple times and ask you to follow it with your eyes and your eyes only. They're looking for the involuntary jerking of your eyes. So we're off to a bad start.
Relax down your side. Go ahead and stay in that stance, please. Let your hands relax down your side. Now I want you to look at your toes, and you're going to take a series of 9 heel-to-toe steps. You're going to count each step out loud. You take a turn, and you're going to come back. I'll demonstrate what I want you to do, okay? So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3. Except you're going to 9. On your 9th step, I want you to keep your left foot planted, make a series of small steps around it, and then I want you to come back. 1, 2, 3. Except you're you have any problems with your legs that prevent you from doing that? All right. Do you think you can do that? All right. Why don't you give it a shot then? Whenever you're ready. No? There. But I'm ready. The next test I'm going to have you do is called a one-leg stand.
Can you pause it real quick?
Choose whatever
Yep.
leg you prefer. It's pretty easy.
So the signs that I saw, the clues, there's several admissible clues during this test. She didn't keep her hands by her side. She moved her hands away from her side to keep her balance, and I don't know if maybe his recording device didn't pick up the audio, but I didn't hear her count at all, and she didn't a proper turnaround. So 3 of the possible 7 clues on that test. You can go ahead.
What I want you to do is I want you to keep your hands flat down to your side. Lift either foot up at least 6 inches off.
Well, what? Who?
I wouldn't be able to freaking do it without my hands out by to my side. I'm fucking huge and I can't do that. She did pretty good compared to what I
So
could
we're
do.
gonna
Because you have marijuana in your veins.
right. Well, after this bucket, we're gonna have you angle your phone in a certain way for you to do it live. Okay.
I don't got a phone right now.
Well, you'll back up and try to do it on camera.
There's no.
1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Until I tell you to stop. Can you do that test? All right. Whenever you're ready. Go. You gotta lay your hands flat to your side.
And her blood test came back clear. We have a comment in the chat stating nerves can definitely play a factor in this as well. I want to stress that, especially with 2-3 cops right now, with 2 cops. So there's no
your
fear.
blood test can come. Your blood test can come back clear, and you could be under the influence of something. I mean, it depends on what it is. If you're huffing air dusters, that's out of your blood. That's out of your system in 30 seconds. You know,
So
like,
should there have been a female officer on the scene already, or no?
no. I mean, nothing says that it has to be a female officer. It's preferable, but not. I mean, let's face it. There's not a there's a certain ratio to male to female officers in this world, and there's definitely a lot more male officers than there are, unfortunately, and it's not always feasible to get a female officer. I keep a handheld metal detector inside my vehicle to check, and that will at least keep me safe from guns or knives until we get to the jail and they can check her in depth. But yeah, it's better to have a female officer there to pat down, because you don't want to be up in the breast and the genital areas with your hands. If you have to do it, you use the back side of your hand. You make sure there's an officer watching, and you're in front of a camera.
Let's see if they do it. What happened to Kenny Klein, by the way? Get on up, Kenny Klein. She's under arrest. So that camera is too far back right now. That's the first problem, right?
Well, I mean, it's possible that it's not too far back. I mean, I would.
Have they searched
may
her
not
yet?
be. Doesn't seem like they have.
It's coming. I think they're bringing her in front of the camera on purpose, right? Yep. They're bringing her.
yeah.
So they're like positioning her in front of the camera on purpose.
Yeah, that's completely intentional.
All right.
Which anyone who's going to grow up a female probably wouldn't have done that.
Hold on. Anyone have any questions so far while I start a poll? Did the officer act inappropriate? Inappropriate.
We haven't even finished yet.
Well, that's the point. Is we're trying to get people going so they can see it and vote. If it's created, they can see it. And I know what I'm fucking doing, dude. You questioning me? You're questioning me?
Yeah, we're questioning you.
This power has gone to your head.
I don't have any power. I'm not even a mod in your chat.
That's not what I hear. All right, let's go. Sorry.
We're not, all right? And your balance is really poor.
Because I'm in shock, I'm shaking.
You have some other physical characteristics which are indicative of a controlled substance.
Physical characteristics that are indicative of a controlled substance.
Yes, your eyes. Your eyes.
That wasn't the back of the hand, my guy. That wasn't the back of the hand.
There's no rule that says it has to be the back of the hand.
Did that not come off creepy to anybody else but me?
It was creepy.
That was quick.
But
He didn't even wait for the other officer to come. He just went.
Morgie, a little inappropriate.
There's something going on. I'm not sure. If you notice, he's looking in. He's looking over to the left when he starts. So just keep going. Just.
I think. All right. Oh, never mind.
Oh, touch the tip.
No, he's using his thumb. He's using his thumb.
Sancho, Lindsay wrote in chat. The chief made a comment that said, "Did you see that?"
No.
That the chief had issued a statement saying that he did not violate policy regarding the search, but said the officer probably should have warned her about what he was getting ready to do. So I guess he's justifying her reaction to when he goes to do what he goes to do.
Look at that pause. Look at that.
Hang on. He's already he's placed that she's assumed the position. She knows it's about to happen. So she knows she's about to get searched. If you notice that he's using his thumb, the actual palm of his hand is basically outturned, and he's using his thumb.
Completely okay?
Yeah.
I just think when she backed away, which is a normal reaction because she's not used to being touched by a stranger, yanking her arm like that was not cool. Let's see it again.
You also got to take into consideration, was she under the influence of something? And that could also justify some of her reactions.
Yeah. So if you watch, he takes his thumb only. His hand is not on the boob. He's not groping it. He's not groping.
So
he's
she,
not groping.
she immediately said groping. And now he's doing it again.
That's not groping.
Sancho, so if I grabbed her on the breast for 10 minutes, if I was a cop, would that be inappropriate?
If you grabbed her for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no fun.
But I mean, clearly by that, he's using the outer side of his thumb. You know what I mean? Because it's the softer portion, so you feel more. That's why they use that part.
I mean, what more do you want? He took her in front of the camera. He used the backside of his thumb. I guess he could have warned her, and if there was a female available, that would have been nice. But I don't see anything of substance here.
And also, it's not. It's also not like it's not the same everywhere. Where like in some places you have to have a female officer present, and in some places you don't. It's not the same. Just like in like different jails, like for male and females, sometimes a female can't be there, and sometimes a female can be there. You know what I mean? Like there's just differences. You know what I mean?
So here's what the attorney said. She had her bell rung. She was shaken up. No bones broken. She was shaken up. She was jittery, and for whatever reason, this foolish officer thought he would do a field sobriety test on her. That is a good point. She could have a concussion. she could have a medical issue because of the car accident she went in. And instead
Well,
of
that would-
caring to her medical needs, they did a sobriety test.
So did she
That
pass
would-
the sobriety test?
No.
Because, according to the lawyer, was because she was shooken up because she had her bell rung and she was nervous. She
Right.
stated on the body cam herself she was nervous.
Yeah. No, I was just asking. I wasn't sure.
So there was blood tests from not only the jail but the hospital separately came back like negative for any traces of drug and alcohol. She was still charged with DUI because the litigation is pending. This is from a few years back. But the police department said they didn't act and they didn't do anything wrong.
The other thing is, if you notice, it's only a preliminary pat down. It's not a full pat down. So he was obviously going to take it back to the station for a full pat down, probably with the female officer.
All right, I got a lot to add to this since I used to do a lot of pat downs. At least for TSA, at least for TSA, we had to advise each time we went to a genital area. Like we'd have to say, all right, we have to we're going to use the back of the hands, and we'd actually have to demonstrate like how we're going to use the back of the hands. So I know that's probably different for cops, but that's how we would do it. Now at the end, when he was doing it on the breast area, he was doing it perfectly fine. So that was my 2 cents to that.
Yeah, he didn't take his palm and give her a good squeeze. He's using his thumb and going around there where the things would be hidden if it had fallen down the bottom of the bra. So,
Yeah, he was using the thumb / back of the hand. He was basically trying to get underneath.
I'm going to respond to government accountability. He asked if they call out for equipment such as temp meters, breathalyzers, and canines. If they don't have a breathalyzer or a temp meter, or a lot of officers don't have canines, then they'll call over the radio and say if there's any unit nearby, if they could bring a temp meter, or if they could bring a breathalyzer, or if there's a canine on duty, and have them come out. Same thing goes with if you need a gender-specific officer for a specific search. But, I mean, you usually know who's on your shift and what they're up to. So if they're busy, then hey, I got to do what I got to do. You don't always want to tell people where you're about to search because they may, it's not like TSA where you're in a controlled environment. You're arresting people and stuff like that. On the street, they could lunge for something or well, not lunge, but, try to pull away or resist or something like that, knowing that you're about to find the dope they have on them or, whatever.
Right. I understand that, and that's why I said, the situation is a little different for cops.
I mean, I don't know the specifics of it. I know initially when I had said that they didn't do HGN, I hadn't realized at the time that she was involved in an accident. If you're involved in an accident, HGN will work because it will work, but the HGN will get thrown out in court, so it's acceptable to not do it. I mean, I would do it anyways and just let it get thrown out in court. If the lawyer's worth a lick of salt, and he'll be able to get it thrown out, but at least it'll be done. Because your what do they call it? The fluid in your cerebral spinal fluid, your equilibrium is thrown off when you have an accident. It's kind of like when you get spun around in a chair and you feel real dizzy. That's because the fluids in your ears are sloshing around, kind of like if you were to take a bottle of water and spool it around and make the water move in whatever direction. That only spins for about 30, 40 seconds at most. So within 30 to 40 seconds, it's no longer spinning, and you're back to, your equilibrium is back on course. But it'll get thrown out in court if you use HGN because they'll say, oh well, it was still spinning or whatever. Who knows? But so I can see why now he didn't do the HGN.
And obviously, well, she's obviously been there for a while as well because, I mean, the tow truck's already there.
Yeah. I mean, the tow truck was already there.
And I'm actually wondering whether or not there had been another unit there before they got there.
Yeah, I mean, they the tow truck's already there. She was sitting on the ground. I mean, just from where I was watching, which wasn't, I couldn't even see the one-legged stand or the one-leg stand, but from the walk and turn, I mean, it didn't look good. And if they can't do the HGN and the walk and turn doesn't look good, and I'm assuming she didn't do I saw her move from the starting position prior to being told to do so, and not keeping her hands down by her sides while doing the one-leg stand. But I couldn't see the whole thing because I wasn't there. I was looking at a camera, 25 feet back. But I mean, it would be very easy to say that she was drunk, so there's nothing wrong with that, or maybe not drunk, but under the influence or something.
Well, it looked like she was under. It looked like she was under the influence. That's for sure.
Yeah, if she decided to do, to refuse the breathalyzer test, I assume they did blood. They did a blood draw, right, Sancho?
Yeah,
they did 2 independent ones at the jail and at the hospital, and no traces of alcohol, no traces of nothing.
Well, some drugs are in and out of your system. Some like gas drugs are in and out. We don't know the full details. I would assume if they were going off of like a gas drug, they would need a mode of consumption. So if there was like air duster cans on the floorboards of the car or whippets or something like that, then I could see it. But within 30 seconds, this stuff is in and out of your system.
What do you guys think the poll's at right now?
Half and half.
You think it's half and half? Did the officer act inappropriate? Does anybody who here has voted, and what was your vote?
I thought the pat down was fine from what I saw.
Yeah, if I would have voted, I would have said it was fine.
No, I've got no problem with it.
Because here's the other thing. Logically, the cop tells her the camera's there. The cop knows he's being recorded because that's their procedure. He knows that he's got to use the inside of his thumb. He knows, clearly he's following what he's supposed to do. But yes, maybe he could have warned her as a courtesy. She knew she was detained, right? I don't know.
She'd taken the position, so she knew it was. Maybe she
Right.
just wasn't ready for it at that point in time when he actually touched her. That's all I can do. That's all I can say.
I mean, nobody wants to be arrested, and at the end of the day, hey,
Bucket, what's going on with you, Bucket?
No, I'm just laughing because the position part.
The what?
We should keep mentioning the position.
The fuck is he talking about?
He said when, I don't know if it was Morgie, but said about that she had already assumed the position, meaning that she knew that she was getting, she was told she was getting filmed to get in front of the camera to get the pat down. She assumed the position by spreading her legs.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
The position was there. And he said he was on camera.
yeah, I mean, even before, you guys got to understand, I've never seen this video before in my life. And I knew the right thing to do would be to bring her in front of the camera. That's exactly what happened. Using the outside of the hand, he used the outside of his thumb. Same difference. That's the best way to do it. He had another officer there that was observing. It's the best way to. You couldn't have done it. I guess the only better thing you could have done is tell her. But I mean, that's not very necessary.
The only thing that was questionable was the first slide across.
Well, she yanked away. I mean, she
Was
pulled
that
his
it?
hand. I think she pulled his hand across it.
Yeah, she wasn't ready for it.
Because it looked like he came across first, and
He
then
went
she kind of pulled
underneath.
away.
I mean, the
could be
thing
wrong.
is
What I saw in that footage I've been arrested a few times and pat
Could-
down. That was nothing.
Could we go
Yeah, I
back
mean,
to
like-
that first part of the pat down?
That wasn't a pat down as far as I'm concerned.
No, I mean like dudes get their junk knocked. Like
Yeah, they grab you, they get you in the old squirrel hole.
yeah.
And if they twist, you'd be bloody have tears in your eyes. That's not a pat down. I don't know what she's complaining about.
Well, that's true.
That's a Tuesday night for me, lad.
Pretty much.
Just because you get super wedgies, Jimmy.
Hey, that's what the cops did to me. I'm only going by pure
They
experience.
rustled his jimmies.
They get you in there. And it was a female. I've been done by a female as well. I don't see what difference whether it's male or females. If they're going to do a pat down, you're going to be pat down. It's someone's going to see it as inappropriate. Others are going to say they're doing their job. It's just what it is.
Because I just want to see the
difference from male or female. The pat down is the pat down as far as I can
I
see
just
it.
want. I'd like to re-see the first part because that's the part where she claimed he groped her.
All right.
You just want to see her tits again.
I did play it. I did play it multiple fucking times, you pervert. But no, I don't have the ability to zoom, Taco. I'm sorry. Don't message me that. Give me a second.
You're
Now I'm all
food product.
Now I'm all fucked up. When Taco doesn't go with the script, I'm all fucked up.
You don't have like the John Mantel illustration where I can like circle things.
You gotta follow the script. I had something else planned. All right, you
Put
ready?
it this way, Sancho. Some of the pat downs I've had, if she's complaining about that, she'd be crying rape.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm good.
You good?
Guys,
Actually, it was before that.
Was it?
Yeah, it was even before
When she
that.
pulled away. When she pulled away the first time.
Once she knew it was
Yes,
coming, she was more.
Pulled away, lad.
Characteristics which are indicative of a controlled substance being used. Yes, you're right.
I just think I honestly think you should have waited until a female showed up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but what if there's not one available?
Oof. That is excessive. That was excessive.
Can you go back one more time?
Just because he's used to grabbing tits doesn't mean she's used to getting her tits grabbed on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's. I think there need to be a little bit more, sensitivity used.
That's a good question Diver had. Why isn't he wearing gloves?
Well,
this
some
is from
people
all
are
that.
gross motherfuckers.
This is from. That's what I wanted to say. This video is from a long time ago.
2016, 4 years
Yeah.
ago. But still, he put his fingers in her shorts and something could have poked, stick, or stuck him.
She kind of sounds like
Yeah, the
glitter.
gloves.
Is this glitter?
The glove ain't gonna stop that.
It could be glitter. It sounds like glitter.
What are you huffing?
And it just sounds. It just looks like the guy was like creepy.
It was
No,
a weird angle.
There's nothing. Yeah, it's a weird angle for starters. There's nothing creepy about it. It's a standard. It looks. Yeah, the angle might make it look creepy, but it's not creepy at all. It's just a standard pat down, and it's only a preliminary pat down. He's only making sure there's nothing in there that
I think if he was
in the
at,
car.
I think if he was at the other side, it would have been an issue for that area. He would have had
Yeah.
a easier. It would have been like he did the other side.
Yeah, it's just the way it looks. If you notice, he's got his thumb just above a collarbone there, or just on a collarbone.
I just think there needs to be more caution because of the fact that she was in an accident, and I think that to be safer than sorry, if there was a police officer available, that should have been the option.
But like I said earlier, we don't know if that was a second unit that showed up on the scene. Because if you look at the time that's gone by, there's a tow truck already there. There's somebody there. There looked like there had been another unit there when it first came up. I'm not sure, but I don't know if that was a second unit and they'd already spoken to her or not. So there's a whole lot of there's other things you don't know.
Sancho, I got here late. Your title says Auditing the USA got arrested. Did that happen or not?
Yeah, we already went through it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got here late. What happened?
He got a Mr. Bucket Boy. Are you able to kind of give us a little news break?
Did he get pepper sprayed?
Bucket Boy news. We are live with Bucket Boy. Go ahead, Bucket Boy.
Bucket, it's Jimmy. I just want to know what happened with Glenn. What happened? Refresh me. Catch me up.
Did he get what?
Arrested. Catch me up.
Glenn did get arrested.
Yeah, what happened?
He's like the reporter from Family Guy. It's great.
You're my reporter, Bucket. You're my beat on the street, Bucket. Give him a report. Give him a Bucket Boy 401 news flash. Give it to him. What happened?
Today, Junior.
Just so sorry, guys. So quick quiver in chat. Just for your information, it wasn't a grocery store. It was an accident. She had been run through. She'd already been run through the test, so it wasn't like they didn't say anything. They then took her in front of the camera and they told her what was going to happen. So, get your facts right before you start running off. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to deliver the news since Bucket failed us. Hang on.
Okay, please do. Bucket, you're fired.
Damn it.
Okay, Bucket, do you want to do one more chance? You seen the video. You saw what happened. Jimmy asked you what happened. Are you able, since you are a news source, are you able to give a news report of what happened?
Live from the Bucket Boy News 4.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to play a little banner thing for you.
No, I was going to do that. God damn it.
Do it. Go, Bucket.
Live. Breaking news live from the Bucket Boy News 401. I bring on Jimmy. Jimmy has a question for the Bucket Boy. Jimmy, how are you today?
Good, thanks, Bucket.
Let me ask, what was your question of the night?
Did Glenn get arrested?
Glenn, yes, Glenn. Let's speak about Glenn. Yes, Glenn got arrested. He got arrested for trespassing. I think he was being a little enticing, a little intriguing, and they got him.
Did he resist?
No.
Bugger. So they didn't tase him or pepper spray him?
No, too bad day. Sad story.
I can't see.
I have his booking charge.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, he was released on his own recognizance on trespass. Looks like trespass 2. It's a C misdemeanor. Bail amount is 0, and he was released on 8/8 in Portland Police East Precinct. He was booked at 3:48 a.m. was his booking time. Says he's 220, male, white.
220.
200 and a buck.
What?
Yeah, they're saying 5'10", 220. Yeah, that's what they're calling it.
They must have got that off his license that he lied on.
That's one of his tits.
Themselves to the point. Oh.
Hang on. Breaking news. This is Officer Oak 401 here, bringing you the news. Glenn Serio's been fucking arrested.
Thank the
And the corrupt cops, they fucking lied about his weight, those motherfuckers.
Do we realize that Bucket Boy came on with breaking news and asked somebody a question? Can you imagine on September 11th, the first tower hits, and all of a sudden, breaking news here, Bucket Boy 401 News. Jimmy, I heard you had a question for me. Are you kidding me? What kind of news are you?
There's a 100% chance it's gonna rain OC.
It's individual personal news.
He literally came in with a breaking news. He brought somebody up on the newscast just for them to ask him a question.
Singles out one person.
Like, why would you single out one person? There's 40 other people in the fucking chat that might not know what's going on, Bucket.
Oh, Concho, stop.
Hold on, wait a minute. Jeffrey Epstein just killed himself? Let's go live. Let's go live with them. Let's go breaking news. All right, everybody. Breaking news. Jimmy, you have a question for me?
Bucket's over there dying right now.
Bucket, you're the best news bloke I've ever met.
Still more accurate than CNN.
Or Fox, for that matter.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand it, Bucket Boy. Like,
I'm still in the train.
like that was the worst newscast ever. When we still have more listeners than News New England right now, by 6. Holy shit, Bucket! You're gonna listen. Three people jumped off. I lost 3 people because of you, Bucket. There you go. Now it's popped back.
Baby, come back.
Never mind. All right. So this is the part of the open panel where we have 2 options. Option 1, do you guys want to see another body cam? Break it down. Or option 2, do you want to have an open panel and discuss whatever you want?
I want to bring my something up.
So open panel?
Open panel.
Vote everybody else. What do you want? James, what do you want?
Yeah, I don't care. That's fine. Talk about whatever.
Great answer. Great, intelligent answer from you as usual, James. All right.
I like
what do you want to do?
evaluating. I liked evaluating body cam footage.
I have one of someone who gets shot.
Let's do that one.
I just seen so many of them, and it's always like it's just with everything. It's like, did you get the whole scene? And it's it's like
You got a professional here, my guy.
All right. So let's press 1 for open panel. Or press 2 for body cam in the chat. What do you guys want to do? Instead of doing a poll, let's do 1 or 2. We do have
an entire system.
We do have 2 spots open for the panel. Bucket Boys vote open panel. All right. So because we have 2 votes for open panel. 3. Well, shit. Now I'm losing track.
Shit. Right over there.
This is a bad idea, my guy.
Everyone's picking one. Just go with one.
All right, Bucket. I'm not going to give you the chance to choose a topic first. I'm going to give Jimmy the opportunity to choose the topic first.
What are we? Topic on what?
Well, whatever the fuck you want to talk about, Jimmy.
Anything.
What's on your fucking mind tonight? What grinds your gears?
You know what's on my mind? Jabba the gums. And his harassment of women.
Them? You mean those guys?
I don't even know if Bucket's up to speed on that. Yeah, that lot.
Okay, what's on your mind about that?
Mine? I thought I was posing the question to Bucket.
Harry Balls, what are you talking about? Where's Oak? Or where Oak?
I don't think Bucket understood that you asked him a question.
Well, didn't he want me to ask him a question?
Do we need to play the theme again so that Bucket can answer?
Do you have an answer to the question, Bucket?
There was a question.
I told you he wasn't paying attention.
Earth calling Bucket. Come in,
I
Bucket.
told you.
This is real
Ask
life,
him the
guys.
question, Jimmy. Ask him
Earth
the question.
calling Bucket.
Yes, sir.
There he is.
I have a good thing, but I mean, there's probably not anyone to oppose the debate.
About what?
Go ahead, Jimmy. Oh.
I was gonna pose the debate that the thin blue line flag is not flag desecration.
That's a good one.
Change my mind.
Oh.
Oh, you did? All right. So, did you pose a topic for the panel, Jimmy?
Yes.
What's the topic on the panel?
The Hills Have Eyes crew, specifically Jabba the Gums, and his poor, disgusting, vile treatment of ladies.
Okay. So, I want to ask all around. Taco, you first. What do you think about that comment, that whole topic? Taco. Who's got wind reflection, by the way?
Is that me?
Fizzy. Yeah. It's coming Fizzy's mic.
How?
That's Bucket's bong.
Why are we hitting it?
I was watching Fizzy's light up when it was happening.
What was the question?
What?
I was taking a piss. So what was the question?
Great visuality in my head. I'm fucked.
The Hills with Eyes crew, specifically Jabba the Gums, is pathetic, vile treatment of women.
I think they are worthless and so insignificant that they aren't even worth a discussion.
I would agree with Officer Oak. It's disgusting. He's a pervert. He's vile. He's not even worth talking about. That's how much of a scumbag he is.
Yeah.
He gets away with saying whatever he wants because he's behind a computer. The individual walks with a walker, but he's the biggest tough guy in the world behind a computer because that's a behavior that has been enabled, an alpha-like, bully-like mentality that he has probably done throughout his life, and he's only doing it more now because he's getting the inspiration from Josh Abrams to become more of a piece of shit. But it's that virtual, keyboard tough guy mentality. We've seen multiple women being called stupid bitch and cunts on that show. It's not just Kate. It's Peachy Rider. It's Golden Eyes. It's Nevea. CFW. There's a long line of women being disrespect, and I need to shine the spotlight on whatever female mod they still have. I don't know if they have. I don't even know if Aussie Rue is really a female, to be blunt. But if she is, she should be disgusted with herself being a mod over there with a channel that has a clear track record of abusing women.
Banana.
Her as well. Wow.
Right, and that's why I always say, number one, you hate to talk about it, right? Because then it brings them up, and then it brings them back into the light, right? But then you go, but some of it has to be talked about when they cross the line the way they do. But here's this is just me, guys. I do not press the thumb up or down button. I don't on their videos, and neither do I post their videos in Discords or anywhere when they go live. Like, if people find them when they're live, there's people who know when they go live, and people will get the recordings they need to get from it. But I personally don't want to give them in any way any interactions, because that's how he's winning. He's winning by getting these interactions because he's causing these emotions in people, and he's getting these thumbs, and it's helping him.
Actually, Jim, I've got a screenshot that I provided to Sancho. I hope he picked up on it. That I think the chat could use a good laugh if they haven't seen it.
I'd love to see it.
Where'd you send it to me, my guy?
In the Discord. It was.
Oh.
I put it out. There was a screenshot in there. Did you pick up?
I think I did see it. Didn't it say four people?
Hang on, Jim. Jim, don't spoil it.
Sorry.
Let Sancho find it. Don't spoil it. Let Sancho find it. And let's give Chad a laugh for the ones that haven't seen it.
Yeah, and on saying that,
Bucketball, love this.
About 3 weeks ago, I said, before I was permanently banned from that channel, I told Brian in an email what I was going to do, and I was just going to tell people every time I talk to people that this is what I do. You do what you do. This is what I do. But I'm just trying to say, don't give this guy any help. And his interactions went from 200 to now they're less than 100, and then sometimes he doesn't get barely any interactions, and there'll be 100 people watching for the fucking the ship to sink, but people are starting to get it and not interacting. Go ahead, Harry Balls.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Harry Balls, you had a video, didn't you?
No, I posted some kind of
Yeah, I got a good video.
some funny memes.
My guy, did you tag me on this?
Hang on, I'm looking for it, Sancho. I'm looking for it.
I did send Ben.
Are you referring to the 4?
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
The one that was I could be now. Was this when the stream just started? Or was this at 10:30 p.m.? I mean, my show starts off with a low amount of people as well, to be fair. Anybody?
Oh, I'm sorry, Sancho. I'm looking for this post for you. Sorry.
I think I found it, my guy. But my question to you is, was this during the beginning of his stream?
Yes. That's
common for there to be a low number when the stream
I'm not
started.
talking about numbers of people. I'm talking about a comment in chat.
Is that where the number was circled? Like the number 4 was circled? Or I'm looking at the wrong thing.
No. Nothing to do with my post has nothing to do with how many numbers. Just relax. I'll find it. Give me a second.
Bucket's hitting back because it's finally something's not about him.
No, it's just you can't find it. So find it.
Narcissistic. Fuck.
No, I want to see it.
I want you
gonna laugh at this
I
when he
want
sees
you to
it.
talk about me and me only.
Oh, there you go.
Fuck.
Jimmy, look there. Killer Queen posted it for you.
I got it.
Wait.
And then he told me to shh. My bad.
I'm not seeing it yet.
Brian just texted me and said he got up 5 times to go to the bathroom last night, and the last time he pissed his underwear. Is that it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, but there's no proof of it.
Well, it's a screenshot. What more can I do?
I mean, I want to see piss stained underwear. I want to see, I want to see some of. Well, I mean,
I don't want to see Brian's piss stained underwear. I'm happy to take the quote.
That dude Gregory Jones he's the dude that I had to time him out because he said some slick shit in another things. So he's part of their little crew. So
why can I not read the chat from last night's stream? Let me figure out why you can't read the chat from last night's stream.
Sancho, I'm just trying to just illustrate. Here's this big tough guy that abuses women, that degrades women, he's done it to 5 or 6 women now that we've seen. Who knows what he does at home in private, and he pisses his pants every night.
Right, but the most effective way I've been going at him, which is why I live rent free in his head, is because I've went at him with facts, and without facts, you lose your credibility. And that's something I never want to do. Unless there's proof of him admitting to pissing his underwear.
I want to hear it.
You know what I'm saying?
I can only go by the screenshot and the comment made. I don't see why that guy was lying. It's a mate of his. It wasn't like it was an enemy of his. It was a mate. So.
you also got to remember that saying that there's nothing wrong with saying that, right?
Allow live chat to replay. I had allow live chat to replay clicked government accountability. So
I wonder if he buys diapers with email or something.
Or click it.
Hey, Sancho. Sometimes it depends on the platform you're on whether you can see the stream playback or not. Like I cannot see it on my TV, but I can see it on my iPad.
What'd you say?
This the chat playback from like the previous night. Sometimes it's the platform. If I watch on like
Harry, Mike, come closer to your mic.
Up, my guy.
Sorry, bro. The platform.
Speak up.
That better?
No.
I can't help that then.
Yeah, you're really, really low.
Hold on, let me knock you off and come back up.
What? You're knock him off.
Try it again.
You knocked the wrong one off.
No, he's back.
Can you hear me now?
Better.
All right. It depends on what platform you're on, whether you can see the playback or not. I cannot see the playback when I'm watching it on my TV, but I can see it when I'm on my iPad.
All right. Well, I unclicked the option because I clicked it earlier thinking it was unclicked. So I unclicked it, so that should be the fix. But email me, Government Accountability, if that didn't work. And thank you for coming on last night if that's the same person who was on last night. I'm still getting to know everybody.
Plus, Sancho, I just dislike this bloke, and it's not just the women that he abuses; it's the jokes he plays on handicapped people.
Oh, he made fun of my wife today. He states that although he doesn't know who I am or what I look like, he knows what he knows what my wife looks like, and she's a huge bitch.
Huge.
Huge.
Wow, this guy's got no filter, has he? He's got no boundary. There's no boundaries or filter with this.
The guy can't even walk straight. The guy can't even fucking walk straight. He's not a tough guy. He's in a walker with a heart condition. This is his way of getting his rocks off. His wife probably doesn't touch him with a 10-foot fucking pole because the guy's an obese mongoloid who probably can't even find his dick. Why would a woman that attractive even go near him?
I don't think his dick works anymore if he can't keep control of it.
Yeah, listen.
If his heart don't work, how does his dick work?
All right. I mean, I don't care about any of his fucking medical conditions, right? Because it is what it is. I care about the fact that he's just a piece of shit of a human being. You know what I mean? Like all the rest of his shit, that's karma. Karma's gonna take care of that. You know what I mean? Like he's just this. He just doesn't know how to interact when he doesn't have control of a female. So.
His fire department that he supposedly volunteered for is aware of what he said to Kate last night, and I'm glad. I think he needs to stop telling people that he volunteered there because they're not going to want anything to do with that piece of shit.
Yeah, Diver, that's what we were discussing earlier. We all agree with that. We said that earlier.
We know this, Diver, but we just want to have a hat.
It's an open panel. I'm doing a lot of straight interviews this week, and I get people yelling at me because I'm not giving them a chance to voice their opinion. Tonight, I'm giving them a chance. We're staying away from personal attacks. My wife has been called a huge bitch, so I can say whatever I want about that cocksucking cunt. But nobody else can because we got to, no. No, but seriously, this isn't going to stop. It's an attention ploy. My numbers all night have been better than his, and it burns him alive. And when I get to 1,000 subs in under 3 months, and it took him 9 months with AFA promoting him, it's going to burn him alive even more. And he's not going to be around in a year. He may not be alive in a year. Let's be honest, people. His health is so bad. Like, go through when I hosted shows with him and how of a nice guy he was. Like, Bucket can attest. Bucket was around during that. Oak was around during that. Morgie was around during that. He was a sweet, sweet, kind, gentle soul.
Remember when he used to just lean back and read his book? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
He wasn't involved in drama. He would read a book when drama was happening in order to stay away from it.
I'm wondering, Sancho, how much of, he rants and he gets worked up and he's a big boy. His voice would boom. How much is his daughter here or his wife here?
I heard her today yelling, I can hear you through the microphone. I heard her yelling.
Tearing into Kate and CFW and Golden Eyes and I forget who the other one was. Peachy.
Peachy Rider, Nevaeh. I know the other day when Joe Cool was on, his wife was arguing with Joe Cool because his wife could hear what was being said, and he had headphones on, supposedly.
These Peachy and Golden are angels. There's, how would you speak to these ladies like that?
What are you talking about?
Mind-blowing. Peachy or Golden, this. That's disgraceful the way he's.
Hit me up on Discord, DM.
Is it possible? Because he's gonna do something next, something vile, repulsive. Tonight was his example by saying that I have a huge bitch. He wanted it to be discussed, and it worked. It's being discussed. He's getting his attention. How can we as human beings not discuss this and just move on with how angry it is and domestic violence and rape it touches everybody in different ways from a human standpoint. How do you not talk about it?
How does he dare ask Kate the questions he asked last night? Now, even people that don't necessarily agree or support Kate came out this morning on Crispy's stream and said what you did was over the fucking line. And that meathead still didn't get it. He was one trying to play the victim, that he got all butthurt because of the comment that he made about his daughters. And he can't disprove that he made that comment about his daughters. He made it when he's probably drunk and popping his pills, and that if he's sober, he's thinking, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that, and he's trying to weasel out of it. He can't prove anyone else made that comment about his daughters. He made it, as far as I'm concerned. And if he didn't make it, he should be able to prove that he didn't. And what sick bastard talks about his own daughters in that way? I'd love you to post that comment up on here, Sancho, and let the chat see it. He's got no qualms about getting in the gutter. Well, I'm bloody quite happy to join him in there. And I'll join him in the gutter, and I'll kick the snot out of him, and I'll rise back out of it. He'll stay there in a lump.
What got to me was he was saying pretty much like if somebody wants to fight him, he fights to win, you know, and pretty much if somebody flicks him, he's grabbing a board and he's gonna beat them to death, you know, like it seems like overreacting to me. But
he's got no clue of what it's like being in a street fight, and he's trying to make out he grew up on the street. Trust me, I grew up in the streets. He's got no clue. He would have been breastfed till he was 16.
Well, Hope gave a great analogy earlier. By basically what Brian's rules is, his family is now not off limits. If you want to go after his daughter's military career or whatever and cause problems for her, by his rules, you could do that if you wanted to.
yeah, but I have decorum. I'm not going to do that.
No,
You know,
exactly. We all have common sense, and we don't fuck people's jobs.
No, I'm not a piece of shit, you know. But the thing is by what he's saying, by his morals, he would.
Hey.
Oh no, exactly. And like NJ said, unfortunately, we're just playing into it. I mean, I'd rather watch the video and critique the video.
So where are you with this question in the chat about Kate bringing up the child? You know, that post that happened.
Kate's not the one that found that chat. Someone brought it up. I don't know who it was, but Kate didn't bring that up.
I think he said it.
Well, I found it interesting that he told her that he got an email about it, and then today all day he says, "I have no idea what people are talking about. I haven't seen it yet." Well, so I find it funny that he contradicts himself.
Well, about wait. About what?
About seeing that screenshot.
But he did say, no, I recorded it and I have it and other people have it. He clearly said...
He said he was emailed it.
Right, he said he knew about it.
But today he claimed he didn't see it yet and he wanted to be showed it.
Right. Well, no, that's all bullshit. And you can see in his face when, like, if you watch it back, when Kate says to him, like, oh, if you can click on the name and it goes, you know what I mean? And she explains that whole process. He, like, you can watch his face lighten up, like he realizes, like, maybe I messed up. That's why I said, could it have been possible that it was an autocorrect? Like, I was even trying to find, like who would write that? That's nutty, right? So it's just, I don't know.
I think he would. When he's drunk and popping his pills and drinking, I think he would say that.
Just
hey, quick, you able to show your face or your thumb just to make sure? All right, good. Quick, what are your thoughts on this?
All right, so first off, I'm probably going to be called a fanboy or whatever, and I'm not. I do watch his channel, but and I think the things that he said were reprehensible. He shouldn't have said it. But I also think that, and you guys aren't going to like me, so it's okay. But I think that you guys are on your channel will poke and dig and say whatever. There's all this talk about him talking about his daughter's VJ. I've seen no proof of that.
Quick. He called me a child molester for 6 weeks.
I don't know all that.
Do you want me to play the video?
I've heard him. I've heard that.
Do you want me to play the video?
I've heard it. I mean, I haven't heard.
You want me to play the video of him making up a list and then basing the list and calling me a predator?
No, I'm not on his side with it. So
the comment was also posted on Kenny Klein's live stream yesterday. The comment about his daughter was posted, and it was also sent to him, so he has it. So there's, it was put there quick. See, here's the thing.
But here's the thing. It was wasn't it a link? Wasn't it a link in chat? And we've all seen. I've seen El Sancho in chat that wasn't him. I've seen Shiva in chat that wasn't him. I've seen.
No, it was a comment on a video after the fact.
I gotcha.
Right.
So let me play this video real quick, just in case you haven't seen it. He is suing me right now. He's trying to dox me and sue me because I defamed his character by claiming that he called me a predator, which he's lying to his subscribers, saying that he never called me one. Wait for this.
Did you see? He's a predator. Did you see my list for predators?
Yeah, I heard you talking about that in the beginning of the stream.
Well,
Now, did you guys hear him say he's a predator?
Yes.
Because I heard that.
If you go,
and I heard him stalk my YouTube page that just opened when I was interviewing CC Unit, someone who catches predators for a living, and this is News New England spamming my fucking chat with a fictitious list. How to tell if someone could be a predator. Hide real name, face never on Camara, lie about location, avoids background check, no personal info, learn what to avoid, El Sancho to the T. So that is not only audio evidence, but his own screenshot of him calling me a child molester.
go to my list. I list for predators, and you look at what a predator is.
So he made up a list, and then he wants everyone to go to this list as if this is an official list on a child molester. Quick,
So
you
that's
don't
why-
find this demented?
That's why you guys always talk about the list.
You don't find this demented?
It's everything you'll
I
read
do.
on that predators list covers Sir Sancho.
Everything on a list that he made up with typos that every expert in that field has told me, including professionals who catch child molesters for a living, have told me that it's more than likely the person who wrote that list may be a child molester more than the person he's alleging made the list.
Not to mention it's character assassination at its best.
So let's go over. So everyone's talking about the rape shaming and the victim shaming, but nobody's really addressing what he said the previous day and how vile and disgusting that was. Oh, by the way, this is the same retard you sub to who thought my name was Mike Hunt because I sent him a cease and desist with a registered sex offender by the name of Mike Hunt who's wanted for murder, and he didn't even run the address and doxed me. Actually, he went on Maslow Report and said, Mr. Hunt cease and desist letter. That's the retard you're subscribed to. And let's hear what this person said 2 days ago.
Did your boyfriend rape your daughter?
Did your boyfriend rape your daughter? Why isn't anyone talking about those vile, disgusting comments while Kate wasn't even talking to News New England? Kate was doing a separate live stream. There was no dialogue. There was no communication. And this vile, cunt-guzzling piece of shit has the balls to ask her, when she's not even listening, if this person raped her daughter.
Here, hold on 1 second. Can I jump in?
Go.
What was there 2 different times that this happened? Because the one I saw was like yesterday, I think.
This was 48 hours ago before the blow up.
Right.
So
Okay,
Kate,
okay.
So Kate was aware. Kate was aware of what he was saying behind her back by alleging that this ex-boyfriend raped her daughter. Hold on.
The consensus agrees it should not be on.
Go ahead.
quick, what happened with what you're thinking of was Brian had actually mirrored one of Kate's streams, and for whatever reason, his mental acuity, when he mirrored it, he thought he could talk to Kate through the mirror, and he was screaming at her.
Because I messaged Seguin and Taco on Discord that Enemy was mirroring him. So he automatically assumed that Taco and Seguin was listening. So he presumed that Kate was listening. So he goes ahead and asks Kate if her ex-boyfriend raped her daughter, who's a minor.
Well, he was
And
screaming
Kate
at
wasn't even. Kate didn't escalate. Kate didn't cause that. Kate didn't even talk to the motherfucker.
Your boyfriend raped your daughter, yes or no? Simple answer. Why are you not answering the question?
This is like a man yelling at the TV.
Kate, why are you not answering the question? Did your boyfriend rape the daughter? Should I take your non-answer as a yes?
There you go. Did your boyfriend rape your daughter? That's who you're subscribed to.
And let me point. Quick.
Is that why Kate came into News New England's chat yesterday so fired up?
I would be if I was her. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I would absolutely be ripped. Can you blame her?
That makes more sense. It makes more sense.
But Brian would acknowledge that. Brian would acknowledge that he talked to a woman who couldn't respond or defend herself because she was doing another stream. That's like the retard right now mirroring my thing and asking me questions, even though I'm talking to 5 different other people.
Right, and
he
the
was
other
yelling
thing,
at a TV, basically.
And the
He
other
was yelling
thing,
at a TV.
Listen,
He was yelling at a TV asking if her ex-boyfriend raped her daughter. Why?
And
What
and
caused
expecting
that?
an answer. And why would you ask that in the first place?
And because she didn't answer, the official answer was yes.
Right, guys. Please finish this question. That's all. I mean, we're all talking over him.
Okay, so you guys just told me stuff I didn't know. All I saw was the New England yesterday, and when Kate came up, to me, who was watching it for the first time, didn't know all this backstory. She started talking about his daughter, him talking about her vagina, and Brian was saying that he didn't say that was somebody in chat. I've seen El Sancho in chats that it wasn't you. I've seen Shiva when it wasn't Shiva. Other people when it's not other people. So I don't know that he necessarily said that. If he did, he did. If he didn't, he didn't. But what I see a lot, or at least I feel, and I'm brand new to this whole auditor genre, is that it seems like there's like a back and forth between you guys and not just News New England, but other people, and that where you guys say horrible stuff, but as soon as they say something back, you grab your pearls like, oh my God, I can't believe they said that. And vice versa. They say horrible things about you, and then they can't believe you said that.
Hey, quick. Yep. I'm going to explain to you the difference. And now listen, I am for accountability. I am for what these people are doing. I am not for how they're doing it. Let me explain that. I'm actually it's the craziest thing. I'm on this side, but I'm one of them. And so let me explain to you why. It's because when people like Sancho or Masshole Report or other channels release information, right? They release factual information about the subject they're talking about. Now, if they have opinions on things, like opinions on something somebody said, that's all. That's all. You know, it is what it is. But when your channel is delivering false information and false narratives and giving out lies and saying stuff that is completely untrue, right? And they're being fact checked and told they're untrue, and then getting banned and called a troll or getting called a child molester, or that's what happened, bro. I used to be on before Sancho on that panel. You know, like people have come and gone through the realm. You know what I mean? And have been here a long time. And you know what I mean? So,
and you also got to realize the fact checking. If you ever go on that panel, he's going to say whatever he wants and not back up a single thing. Every person who has came on that panel and has questioned him on why he's called me a predator, He has said he has never called me a predator, and he is suing me for claiming that he called me a predator, trying to defame and discredit me even more after what he did. And keep in mind,
I can't remember if it was.
He deleted those streams because he knows what he did was wrong. He dedicated a whole 4 hours to challenging me to come on his panel and show my face to prove that I wasn't a predator. And if I didn't show my face, I was a child molester. And then he made the list. All because I started my own channel and did different content and was interviewing people who were going after child molesters. So he alleges and he makes a fictitious list. And then he bases his theory off the list and says, I can call him a child molester because there's a list out there. A list that he made up. Quick, go ahead.
I don't know if it was within the last day or two. I can't remember if it was on Paul Crispy or if it was on News New England, but he said flat out that he made it up. That he said it, that he was saying that about you just to get your goat. I mean, which isn't right. I mean,
that was on Paul's show.
He never said that. Mid Ohio, who has no teeth and nobody knows who he is, and he's beyond irrelevant, and he's dying for me to mention his name. Congratulations, your night has finally been made. Hopefully, you can acquire a dick now, like an erection, so you can fuck your girlfriend. He was the one who stated that. News New England has never taken any accountability for calling me a predator. He is on record stating that he's never done so.
Quick.
You know what? Now that you say that, I do think it was Ohio.
Quick. Did he ever admit to playing a joke on a handicapped woman?
No. With a 7-time felon?
Has he admitted to that yet? Quick.
I saw all that, and I think you guys blew that out of proportion. Honest. I mean, I'm just being honest. I
Oh,
think you guys
really?
blew that out
So you
of
don't
proportion.
see,
Jimmy, you were just saying that he pissed his pants because a troll said that he pissed his pants in his link.
And I corrected
the comment was made.
I jumped
the
on
comment
it
was
quick.
made. I just highlighted it.
And I jumped
You
on
don't
that quick.
see a disabled person crying on several panels.
I was furious. I was furious. I actually got
he
really mad at
created
Shiv.
that quick.
I got
He
really mad at
created
Shiv
that.
about it because
He got that ball rolling.
And then me and
He
Shiv
got that ball rolling.
Jimmy, one at a time.
I
Let him
realized that I was wrong.
Okay, quick. Can you finish what you were saying in the last 10 to 20 seconds?
But you guys, I don't think he made. I'm sorry. Go on.
No, go.
What I'm saying is, I saw all that. I don't think that he intentionally hurt her. I honestly don't, and I think he was honestly upset that it happened. You know, but he's not going to admit it. But I saw all of that, and I think you guys overreacted on that one. She was obviously hurt. I mean, I felt terrible when that happened, when she broke down like that. Terrible.
Quick, you're missing the whole point here. This guy has targeted Sancho, created the most heinous lot of accusations against the man, cast aspersions against that man's character. Then he has abused Golden Eyes, Peachy, Kate,
Morgie, Nevea,
CFW, with the most vile, filthy, foul-mouthed tirades you can aim at any lady. Then he's accusing Kate or her partner of hideous things happening to her children. He is a train wreck. He is non-stop, just letting loose on society. So I'm sorry, mate. Fuck you if I want to have a crack back at him.
And beyond that, it's the shit he allows to happen to people who come up on his show. How he allows them to mistreat people while on the show. That's his responsibility too. That's his show.
Let's say that
If he was
he didn't
so worried about
intentionally-
one hot girl, he would have apologized.
Let's say that he didn't intentionally do it. You know, I don't believe that to be true, but let's say it was unintentional. Even still, you know, like, what kind of person doesn't apologize for that? You know, if I accidentally spill coffee on your shirt, I'm going to offer to take your shirt to the dry cleaner and, you know, apologize.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, you fucking spilled the coffee, man. You know, that's not me.
Even Paulie on his own cast one night said the joke went too far.
Guys, this is someone who I was the closest one to him, who built content, who still has a playlist on his channel. And look what he did to me. I helped him. I hosted my own shows before anyone else hosted any shows on that channel. And look what he did to me. And that's not a disgusting character trait that he would turn and stab someone in the back because they moved on and they wanted to do their own thing. You
anyone
call them a
decent
child
would have,
molester?
Sancho, anyone decent would have wished you well on your way and tried to support you and help you establish.
Which he did in an email after the fact because he thought the cease and desist was real. And then he went ahead that same night and started doing it again. I'm not saying he's a predator, but he's interviewing these predator groups a lot because he's trying to not get caught. I'm trying to not get caught, is what he's saying. Then he's claiming that I have an unhealthy fascination for young girls and provides no evidence or proof of that ever. That's
Didn't he take a family video of children?
That he did. Where he zoomed in on
their asses and
that's why that post that he allegedly made is starting to make a lot more sense because of that video.
Well, and then also on that same post, on that same video, what was that Diamond person? What's their name?
Diamond Justice.
Yeah, Diamond Justice makes a comment. I love all the hard nipple. Oh no, Numi will love all the hard nipples. And someone else puts LMAO below it. You know, I mean, it is very sick. It made no. It was disgusting. And
he's taking a video like that, and then he's turning around and calling Sancho a predator. You're fucking kidding. You're fucking kidding.
Quick, I'm sorry you dropped off where I could say this. None of us have any hard feelings against you for whatever streams you want to follow. You're your own person.
No, you're more than welcome to come up and have an opinion. I made sure you had that. You're more than welcome to go to both channels, but I welcome you to go over there and ask for proof of anything. You'll be kicked off and booted and called a piece of shit. And that's the problem. If you disagree with anything in regards to me or Masshole or anyone they dislike, you get booted. You get booted and banned. And then when they ban you, then they go ahead and claim, oh, it was a joke. Like I got an email from Trippy saying, oh, it was like this comment here that he said. He was alleging that it was a joke, and I'm just like, how is it a joke when you timed me out? Like I did nothing wrong. Like I can't have my own speech here. Like freedom of speech just doesn't exist here. I mean, it's not. To me, it's not okay. To me, it's not okay that the one person who was the first person that was ever permanently banned from that channel was me. The day after he does the video calling me a child molester, I was unable to go on there and even respond because he banned me from the channel.
How is it this guy can start a joke with the disabled woman? She has physically broken down on several panels.
It's Morgie's cat.
Jesus.
On a brighter note, chat, I just want to say thank you to you guys. You guys are killing it tonight. 48 thumbs. There's been a bunch of people in here. Way to show support to Sancho. I want to give you guys your recognition with all, like I just get fucking tired of talking about this fucking piece.
Yeah,
of shit.
I mean, so, I'm in a difficult place because I've been the topic over there for so long, and I know I am tonight. I can already hear my ears ringing. I know I was all day. I was called a hypocrite because I interviewed like News Now Houston and didn't ask him about being a rapist. And then when he was questioned about that, he goes, well, I would have done it. Then why don't you get him on your show and ask him? And tell me how fast he's going to jump off that interview and tell you to go fuck yourself.
Hey, Sancho.
Vilified Freedom.
Jimmy, hold on 1 second, buddy. Can you highlight Vilified Freedom's...
Bring him on the panel.
He typed a question.
Come up, mate. Is your party finished or not? Jump up on panel.
Is that what you were saying, Harry Balls, about the question he asked?
How many people in the panel are against auditing?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not against auditing.
Yeah, I'm not against auditing.
Nope.
I love your work, by the way. I love
It all
what you
depends how you do it, though.
If
I
you
love
do
your
something
clubhouse.
legal and you're not a disturbance and you're not an agitator, I don't mind you.
I'm against frauditors. I'm against scam artists. I'm against scumbag pieces of shits. That's what I'm against. I'm against people who push false narrative. Go ahead, Balls.
No, as I say, Bill, I'd love for you to come on the panel. Like I said, I love your work. I love the way you present it. I realize you're a Christian, which is, good for you. And I think Jimmy kind of summed it all up. None of us are against, and Oak is in law enforcement. I'm in law enforcement. No cops have a problem with auditors. It's how you handle yourself when you come up on a scene. That's what we have a problem with, and also ripping people off.
Yeah,
I'm against half-gendered people standing on a sidewalk harassing the crap out of people non-stop until they get the result, the disturbance they want for their clicks and views.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just
the violence?
Can I just address a comment that was made in chat, please?
Okay.
Government accountability. No, I am not a sweetie. I call out shit when I see it. And as far as I'm concerned, your friend the other night is a piece of shit. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He makes himself out to be a pseudo-intellectual. He doesn't know the law. He doesn't know how it's applied, and he lives in his own little bubble. So I'm telling you now, okay, you may not like me. I don't care whether you like me or not. But what I'm going to call out what I see as stupidity, and I'm going to call out what is wrong. If you've got a problem with that, okay, then that's up to you. That's what I'm going to do.
Yep.
Jump up on panel.
You have a right. You have a right. You have a right. This is an open panel.
G'day, Sasquatch.
I'm not able to do a lot of open panels this past week, and this week coming up, I have a lot of good interviews, and I've been getting a lot of people disappointed that they're not able to come up and voice their opinion. So this is what tonight is, guys. Voicing your opinion.
Government accountability. Jump up on panel, mate. State your case.
Listen, Brian's not a fucking auditor anyway, so he's not even a frauditor. He's a lump on the log. He's a panel whore. He's a attention whore. That's all he is. He's not an auditor.
He's a cult follower.
You know what I mean? So he doesn't fall in the auditing or frauditing category. He falls in the shithead category.
He's got no content. There's no content whatsoever on his shows.
Hey, careful, guys. You start speaking truth, you're going to be labeled a troll.
Right. That's what we are, Sasquatch. Remember, the truth tellers are the ones who are the trolls. The
Hey,
ones
guys,
who
I'm gonna hit
prove
the
them
hay.
wrong are the trolls. All right, Oak.
Have a good one.
What's that,
Y'all
Okie?
take care.
Good night, Okie.
Good having you on quick. Hopefully you come on again. Morgie, I think you're a sweetie.
Love you too.
Y'all
Okie.
take care.
Good night, Okie.
Night, y'all.
Good night, Oak.
Don't call him Oak. I only call him Oak.
I've always called him Okie.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, listen. You
He's
know,
never chipped me on it.
No, that was my pillow talk with him way before he even knew you guys. Go fuck yourself. So Morgie has a right to not like what they do, and they have a right to do it.
Well, you can tell the frauditors is because they're the ones that will go out and make themselves part of the story.
Yeah, they're the ones drawing the narratives. They're the ones making shit up.
Well, no, it's the whole thing is about them. It's not about what they're filming. It's about them.
Or actually holding anybody accountable.
Are you saying all of them do that?
He said the frauditors are the ones.
Yeah, the frauditors.
He said he was giving a frauditor as an example versus somebody who is,
Look at what Onus does.
respecting boundaries and
Onus News Service. He doesn't make it a story about him. Irate, Jeff Gray. This story's not about them.
Right, but there are ones out there who do a really good job. And I think it's only fair.
Well, yeah, I just named a few.
Right, it's good to name the few. It's good to shout out the good and then go after the bad, so it's a healthy dose of both, right?
Well, to me, also, a frauditor is more the people that are e-bagging all the time and
Right.
taking money from people.
Right.
The other part, the other guys who make themselves part of the story just goes back to their technique. That one girl you had on the show a couple weeks ago from California with Tom Zebra, I forgot her name.
Laura Shark.
Yeah, Laura Shark. I think she's a very good auditor. Tom Zebra.
She's a cop watcher.
She's a cop watcher.
She's
I mean,
she's
I guess they're
not.
kind of the same. I mean, cop watcher, auditor, whatever you want to call them.
Well, she'll call herself a cop watcher.
Yeah, she won't call herself an auditor.
No, you're right. And Tom Zebra's a cop watcher, but again,
And she could be listening right now. So hello, Laura. I hope you're back home safe.
Tom Zebra's cop watcher. He annoys me sometimes. Most of the time, he stays out of the scene. Even watching Josh's bullshit this week, Chuck Bronson, for the most part, stays behind the scenes. Those type of auditors, or for cop watchers, whatever you want to call them, no one has a problem with them. But like, so when someone comes on e-begs for 3 hours that, oh, I'm stuck in Indiana because the police are making me a slave. Well, no, you broke the law. You got arrested. That's part of your bond restriction. You did that. And now you're begging for money to stay there. You don't deserve the fucking money.
But do you look at the point where people have the right to donate if they want? It's like their money, and who are you to judge?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It doesn't make I think you're bright, though. You can donate whoever you want to, by all means.
Which you can have that opinion, but it doesn't mean you're a troll because we disagree.
But the problem is when you're getting that money under the assumption you're getting it under a different pretense, right? So it's not like you're asking your supporters for money because you landed in a situation that was uncontrollable to you. No, you're asking your supporters to support your lifestyle of traveling America, being a piece of shit and breaking the law. And then when you get busted doing it because you think you're a big shot and you can just, run around with a warrant and talk to any police officer anyway, and you get jammed up again and get held in state, that's not your supporters' problem, no matter how you word it, right? That's your fault. That's your mistake. That's your pocket, right? So whether or not it's their money or not, it's how he is making it seem like it's their responsibility, and it's not.
Right.
Patty.
And also like Peanut, and like I said, I think she was stupid for doing it. I've told her that before. When she gave that money to Extra Good Citizen for Otto's bail, and there was no accountability for it, and then he ends up paying for plane tickets for Josh and Billy Blair and some other idiots to fly out there and do audits and stuff.
He stole that money.
She can do whatever she wants with her money.
Yeah, if you guys knew how much more went down behind the scenes with that whole trip down there, with the canceled flights, with the information that was given to probation about the you guys would be like, it was crazy.
Did he Sancho?
Yeah,
we
were kicking his ass the whole night, and he started a half hour before me, and he's literally off air. He's
had a big, huge dummy spit.
He had a shit show and gave up.
And look at that. Look at those interactions on that video. Yeah, you know why? Because it's my motto.
Well,
My
Greg always drags on an asshole for not creating any content. What fucking content does he create?
Drama.
Well, that and picking on handicapped kids.
I'll give you an example. Eric Brand hopped on, and they wanted to talk about drama. And Eric Brand starts asking them questions. They have no idea what the answers are. And they want to go back to the drama, and Eric's like, no, this is what we're going to talk about. Like Captain Lee Awesome, prime example. He wanted to direct the conversation to where it needed to go, and they had nothing to say when either of them were asking them questions, but when they got off, they were juiced up on the drama again. They're so much juiced up on drama, they don't give a shit about freedom. They block everybody in the chat. So the Constitution and freedom to them is bullshit.
Absolutely.
Sancho, there was a chat panel, a stream of theirs, I don't know, last week sometime, where some guy was it Santa or someone else was actually stating laws. It was Oki. Oki was in chat. This guy was on panel, and they're both cops or something, or ex-cops. And this guy was actually stating laws, and he was sort of sounding semi-intelligent. The whole fucking lot of them were asleep. And I pulled them up and I said, look at it. One guy's showing intelligence and the rest of them are all dead.
Oh, that was it Rogue Nation who was doing that to them, or it might have been Eric Brand even.
No, I think it was Santa. Or
Me?
No, Santa.
Oh shit, man! I thought you saw my videos.
You know, it was hilarious. Santa's having a back and forth with Oki and chat, and they're quoting laws and statutes and cop speak.
You say
And
"okay" one more time, you're gonna get the jealous Sancho. I'm telling you right now.
Oki's my guy.
Okay.
Yeah, Oki. They were back and forth between this guy and panel. I think it was Santa
Okay.
and Oki in chat, and the rest of them were just. It was fucking hilarious. That none of them could put any input in to the conversation.
But they're so juiced up on drama. They'll talk about drama for hours, but when it comes to changing policies and body cam policies and changing the laws and what can we do to get more good cops on our side and shine a bigger light on the bad cops, Sancho's a child molester. That's all they talk about.
Hey, Sancho, can you highlight government accountabilities? Perhaps you're addicted to the confrontation. Please. I guess the question I have for you is, can you please name one good thing the auditors have done?
Turner versus Driver.
One good thing who's done?
The auditors.
Turner versus Drivers one. Eric Brandt with the Inglewood police cameras is one. There's a couple cases that laws have been changed.
And I think more than just not laws being changed, but there's been some auditors out there that have actually gotten more of a communication now with higher ups in departments about filming in public and about their officers being filmed, to a point where now new training has gone into effect in a lot of areas.
And you also got to look at the thousands and thousands and thousands of more people that are more educated because of the auditing movement. And they're more aware of their rights because they're seeing somebody with a camera who can do exactly what they could do, and their rights are getting violated, and they didn't even know their rights were there, and now they're realizing it, and they're becoming educated.
See, I almost disagree with that, because I think they're causing more laws to be passed, like that 150-foot ordinance in Indiana, that are actually harming their First Amendment rights.
Was that because of a camera, or was that something that was going to be implemented eventually anyways?
I don't know the whole story behind it the way Josh claims it was, based for Chuck Bronson. I don't know. But I know the law in Tucson was passed, and it has been repealed since, but it was passed originally because the auditor's out there.
Right. So, sometimes things get rushed and sometimes things. So I think there should be a distance that I think there should be a set distance. Listen, you can only park so close to a fire hydrant and a stop sign without getting a ticket, right? So by law, I should, even in the public, if a police officer is on an active stop, right, but there should be some kind of cushion that protects him and also protects that auditor or that person who wants to film the interaction. I think if you define that, it makes it easier for both parties, right? But when you leave it in limbo, you got 10 feet in this state, 150 feet in that state. We don't care in this state. This state, they tell you to go. I don't know.
But Jim, the Supreme Court actually has ruled on that, and that's where these auditors misquote what the Supreme Court has ruled.
Okay, I didn't know. Go ahead. What is it?
The auditors always want to say 20 feet is all I have to stay back. That's not true. It's what the officer deems as a safe distance. There is
that's what I thought.
Right. There is no set distance in the Supreme Court ruling. Like, I apologize. I can't remember. I wish NJ was here. I can't remember if it was a Supreme Court ruling or a lower court ruling, but it's not a 20-foot ruling. It's
they were saying 10 foot.
Right.
It's
what the officer deems as a safe distance.
Right.
Can I interject here quickly? I want to address government accountability's question that he just posed. Mate, you got 8 people on panel here that sort of watch this stuff day and night. you asked the question, how many auditors are actually doing good? Every one of us had to stop and think about what auditors out there are actually doing any good. Any one of us, you ask us what fraud or auditors are out there causing shit, we could rattle off 50 in 10 seconds each. So that you actually prove by your question, and you're on the auditor side, you actually prove our case, what we're on about.
And to be fair, government, asking what are your credentials, we could, he doesn't need credentials to have an opinion, nor do you need credentials to audit because of freedom of press. So asking credentials to have an opinion is going after the First Amendment, which is freedom of speech and having an opinion. They don't have to audit to have an opinion. They don't have to cop watch to have an opinion. I've done neither of those, and I have an opinion that people are listening to.
Well, and then you got situations like Leon Valley.
Absolutely. And also,
I'm part of that. I mean, and all we were doing was protesting. The only one showing any violence there was the police.
And also, government, I've got no hate towards Brian. I used to go on Brian's panels a couple times. El Sancho has every right to have a visceral hate towards him for the stuff he said to him.
Oh yeah. He just said he said today that he saw my wife, but he didn't see El Sancho. And Paulie goes, wait a minute, what? He goes, yeah, I saw his wife. And his wife's a huge bitch. And Paulie didn't even say, Brian, that's wrong. You know you haven't seen his wife. How can you see his wife and not him? How do you not know who he is if you've seen his wife? It was done to be an instigator because he's a vile piece of shit who is supposedly having heart surgery soon. I don't believe a word the guy says anymore.
What heart?
Exactly.
And none of us claim to be experts. We all bring something different to the table. As Sancho said, we all have our opinions. Just like on your page, you have your opinions. I'll be more than happy to come on your stream and go to your page sometime. I've never heard of you till tonight.
Just to get back to that Supreme Court ruling, the ruling was actually that the person involved at the time of the encounter was actually deemed to be far enough away at that time. It only applies to that one case. It's not an absolute for every other case.
And I also want to stress opinions. You don't have to be right or wrong to have an opinion. You can have an opinion. And there's nobody attacking you for having an opinion. It's your God-given right. There are other channels who mute and block you for having an opinion. My mods, I don't think my mods have done any muting at all tonight, which thank you, mods, for doing an excellent job tonight. So everybody has the right to have an opinion. The broad brush of labeling them as trolls, I have an issue with. You need to look at them closer and say, you know what? Like a prime example was Liberty Bird. When Liberty Bird went after like Morgie and they had a huge debate, Liberty texted me and goes, you know what? Morgie actually helped me with something because he has his mind open to realize that maybe I can benefit from this. Maybe I can benefit from a debate. And that's what needs to happen.
The problem is when people aren't open to receiving another's opinion. See, that's what goes on is people get really, really fast. They get upset. They get hurt that somebody doesn't agree with what they're saying or they don't agree with whatever narrative that you're trying to put out. Not saying that anybody's what I'm saying is that's where that divide is, right? Is that unwillingness to be at least allow the opinion to be heard, right? I never listen, if you have an opinion and I have a different opinion and we talk about it, hell, you might change my opinion on it. But if you are posting factual information, like factual shit, then that's not truthful, then you got to be held accountable for that.
No one claims to be an expert here by any means.
None.
I've got 17 years in law enforcement. I'm still learning every day.
I got 19 and a half. Well, not that. Well, okay. So I got 9.5 upstate and I got almost 4 in counties. So I got like 13 years in.
My mind's always open. Every night, my mind's open to be educated and learned on things. My mind's a plant that needs watering, my guy.
I got 20 years on the mean streets of Philadelphia shooting dope. You know what I mean? What's up?
Hey, Dejin, do you see the picture I posted in Discord of the booking picture of your friend?
Everybody like, share, and subscribe. We're closing in on 700 subs. We're about 40 something away, I think.
Banged 50 some thumbs today. Pushed it,
something.
baby.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that. And you know, my email.
Sancho, thanks for letting us up to vent a bit. You know.
Yeah, well, that's what's been lacking the past couple nights because, like, we did the interview with the boat crew. They were awesome last night, and I wanted to be the one outnumbered because I didn't want them to think they were going to be attacked on my channel because that's not my platform. And there were 3 of them and 1 of me, and it went super awesome. But I didn't want to open the panel up, and I haven't opened the panel up in a couple days, so I wanted to give people a chance to come on here, and I wanted to say hello to you guys because I missed you guys because I don't see everybody on other panels, and I wanted to give you guys a chance to vent and speak because what happened yesterday not only angered people but triggered a lot of people that have been victims of domestic violence and that have seen domestic violence firsthand, and for someone to shame that person and find reasons to blame that person and make things up and claim that he has access to a sealed case and he has access to records that nobody has ever had access to because the case is sealed, and the lie and state that he has had access to it, but he won't mention what was said. Lines have been crossed. Lines have been crossed with me. Lines have been crossed with her, and it needs to end. And everyone needs to unsub from that piece of shit and don't give him any subscriptions. Don't give him any views. Don't give him anything. And tonight was a prime example by how we kicked his ass.
Yeah, don't even thumbs down him.
Yeah, don't
James is right
interact.
about that. Yeah.
Don't interact, man. I've been pushing it for weeks. Just don't do it. If you go look at his videos, he looks at them and he knows. He knows.
So I'm just happy you let me have the opportunity to speak my mind about it because, I do like you and I do like Kate. Not that I'm associated with Marcel or any of this. In my own opinions, I'm very big on defending females that have been abused and that's what I do. And I was absolutely ropeable at this guy. I'll tell you how fucking pissed off I was. I got online. I was looking for flights and trying to get out of this country to come and visit yours. That's how pissed off I was.
Pat Seguin, who's the nicest guy you'll ever meet, was fucking irate. Absolutely irate. And that was a sign of... But the biggest issue we're having is when you go on there and express your freedom of speech, you're blocked and banned. If you go on there and say, great job, Kate's a cunt, Kate's a whore, you won't get banned, you won't get blocked. If you call me a pedophile on there, you get a wrench.
Hey, look, Quick Quiver, he said, I see the situation completely different now. I was enlightened tonight. So, I mean,
everybody was livid. Not only were they livid, but when everybody tried to try to confront him, he deflected to, she's the problem, she started it. When he won't tell Shiva and he won't tell Joe Cool what he did the previous day, and I played the audio of it today, actually asking her, without her being even in the room to answer, did your boyfriend rape your daughter? Bro, you're in a walker who needs help wiping your ass. Who do you think you are? You're 60 years old. You're probably going to be dead in a year from a heart attack. And you know that, and you're adding on to it. You claim you almost died 3 times from a heart condition, and you're doing nothing but drinking and taking medications and cocktailing and yelling and screaming. You're putting this on yourself, my guy, you piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck him.
60 years old, or nearly 60, and he should know better, and he shouldn't have had to treat ladies.
Gracia does not like what he said about Kate. I can tell you that right now.
Again,
I honestly wonder, Sancho, how's his daughter going to grow up?
I hope his daughter is never spoken to the way he spoke to Kate.
You're damn right.
And I also think and I know that person wants me to name him, and he's listening now, and he's about to come because he wants me to say his name, and I won't. It is the responsibility of the channel owner to make sure things don't escalate to the point that it did. And shame on that motherfucker for allowing it. But when Shiva and Mike Taylor get into a fight, he boots them down. But when the king, or the prince, I should say, the prince shows up, I'm going to let this go as long as Brian wants, and I'm going to allow Brian to call her a cunt 15 million times.
Okay. Hey, quick quiver. I've said time and again that I don't give a fuck about his health, and I don't give a fuck about his family. I give a fuck about how he presents himself and what he puts out into the public, and that's how I'm judging him. I don't care about any of that. His daughter, his wife, any of that. The only thing I talk about is the way he treats the people that he's treating live and talking about, and the people that are associated with it. Fuck him.
I would like to know what Morgie thinks. I'd like to hear from a lady, Lindsay, or someone jump up. I'd like to hear a female perspective
Morgan, just 1 second.
on the way this guy's treating women.
I mean,
I want to look at
giving him
government
so much of a
accountability.
light, though, Jimmy.
Government accountability. No one. I mean, the hatred. It's more of disgust than hatred. Sancho hates him. Kate hates him, and they can't blame her. Jimmy's not crazy about him. I don't. Like I said before, I don't hate the guy. He's a vile piece of shit. It takes so much energy to hate somebody. He's just vile. If you did not see the stream from yesterday and the day before, where he is blaming Kate for an abusive relationship, blaming Kate for being raped, accusing her of lying about being raped in prison, you don't have the whole story. And going back to Quick, it's like, we're not here to say, don't go to this page, go to this page. You're your own adult. You choose what pages you go to. But we're going to voice our opinions about that page when they make uneducated, unproven, bullshit lies and tantrums at people that we care about, in a sense, virtually.
And
I didn't listen when I didn't have anybody. There were a couple people I can name on my finger. A couple of them are on here that like me, but they had no way of getting in touch with me. And I was feuding with Bucket. And Bucket wants attention, everybody. So everyone hold on. He's craving attention. So when I got into the fight with Josh, I had no way of telling people, hey, I have my own channel, come check me out, besides going on like the Michael Malloy show. So I had to scratch and claw for everything. And every disgusting thing that person has said about me, and the fact that he's mentioned me for the six straight weeks has helped me, because it's got people to be like, why is this guy so obsessed with this guy? Let's go check him out. Oh, and then you experience the difference, and you experience why somebody who supposedly hates my guts, that he kicked me out because he found out I was a predator because of a list he saw that he admitted that he made up himself. He won't admit it because we all know that he did. Is now, come on. I mean, come on, guys. You can't complain when someone talks about it one night when someone has been talking about it for 6 fucking weeks.
Well, I'm going to sign off.
Good night, Sasquatch.
All right.
Interesting.
Any other topics you guys want to touch upon? I mean, I think there's a line with personal attacks and defaming.
Can we go on a more positive topic?
Okay.
Baby Ruth? We should work on Bucket Boy's live news crosses.
Well, Bucket is the worst newscaster in the world, but I think Bucket Boy might be a really good organizer and have a protest. Bucket, are you able to tell us what's cooking as far as the Bucket Express is concerned? The Bucket Kitchen.
Hey, I'm gonna head out quick before you start that, Bucket. Hey, good show, everybody.
I appreciate you.
I'm going to make a burrito, so if nobody told you they love you, you're hanging with the wrong people. Later.
Hey, send me a message about that whole medical thing. I want to talk about some stuff with that.
Yep.
That'll touch with a lot of people, so message me.
All right, later.
So, what does the panel think on furries' behavior?
I've made this very clear. Again, if you want to be an auditor, that's fine. But I think you've really crossed the line when you go after private citizens and private businesses.
Oh, no. Sorry, I meant on the strikes against people.
I mean, my channel was shut down from frivolous strikes. I'm not a fan of frivolous strikes. I think It's been openly admitted that people have abused the strike system, and I think it's wrong, and it's nothing to do with freedom.
No, it's a
Sorry, Harry.
tantrum.
I should have verified that up when I asked that question. Sorry,
No,
but
you're good, buddy. You're good.
Yeah.
No, it's just a tantrum. That's their only way they can get back is having a tantrum. Furry did 3 strikes on Kate and them yesterday. 2 of them were unsubstantiated, and one's being fought already. They don't understand what
Yeah.
fair use is.
Bucket,
Yes, sir.
can you
Isn't it
play?
something you just don't do?
Can you play my favorite video I have, and I screen recorded it? If you don't play it,
Which one?
You at a protest this couple days ago, screaming at everybody to take the streets, and you almost got hit by a motor vehicle.
Yeah. Well, they follow my lead. No, I'm just kidding.
They follow your lead. You almost got hit by a car, dude.
What was he protesting?
Human Frogger.
Am I?
What are they protesting? Strawberries?
Were they in the street there?
What were you protesting?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Ladies first, on Sancho.
Do you mind if I share this first? 'Cause this is fucking
Go ahead.
hilarious.
Hey,
This is fucking
that
hilarious.
was awesome.
This is the funniest fucking video. This was shared through our group that we have. We have the Masshole Avenger group. And this was shared because I was screen
Never
recording
let
it.
them go wrong.
I was in the chat live. So Bucket Boy has a news source, decides to go to the Black Lives Matter rally in Providence. And there's a good crowd. There's a woman in front of the megaphone that I wanted Bucket to network with, and he's done so. He's followed my advice.
No, it's right to the left.
Okay, one to the left. But unfortunately, the Bucket Boy is trying to give them some advice that might not be the best advice. Let's follow through.
Let's go, guys. Get a little louder than this.
I was back into a pole.
You good, boss? It's a little bit of protest there, guys.
So then he goes, this is the funny part right now. Watch what he says in front of a group of people. He's got like 16 people in front of him. Watch what he says. Pay attention. Go on mute, Bucket.
You good, boss? It's a little dead protest there, guys.
What's that? I missed it.
This is a little dead protest here, guys. He says that right in front of the group. It gets worse.
Here we go. That's how you beat that pole.
Hold on. This is where it gets bad. So, do we see how everybody is borderlining going in the street? Do we see how there's incoming traffic coming? Do you see how a bus just went by? So this doesn't look like this is going to end
That's how you
well.
eat that pole.
Keep in mind, with all due respect, as we can see by the shadow, Bucket Boy is not. He doesn't have a six-pack. Let's just say that. He's one-handed, walking backwards. Do you see that car coming towards him? Do you see where his shadow is, Jimmy?
I do.
Do you see where the car is?
Yeah, come on, unpause it. I want to see him get flattened.
It kind of lines up a little bit, doesn't it?
I've seen Bucket run. He could outrun that car.
Take the street.
Take the street. Bucket Boy's advice for this group of people is to take the street. That's what Bucket shows up. And Bucket's this random motherfucker with a cell phone shows up. People should know who he is, but unfortunately they didn't. He says, take the street. What do you think these people are going to do? Do you think they're going to take the street or no?
Yeah, probably. I hope they do.
Okay, how close do you think we are for Bucket from getting hit by a car right now?
Very. You dopey bastard.
So somebody from the left, from the group, who all they wanted to do was fight for Black Lives Matter and protest, had to save this random white guy's life. This random white guy got saved at a Black Lives Matter protest, and not once did it make the news.
Take the street! Let's go! Shout out to my man that was saving my life.
That man right there saved his life. So that's the man right there that saved his life. Why did he save his life, Bucket
He
Boy?
saved my life. I almost got hit by a car.
He almost got hit by a car. Bucket Boy almost got hit by a car. I screen recorded that behind your back and sent it to a few people. And it was the fucking funniest clip of the world.
You idiot. You idiot.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I like how they all followed him onto the street.
They followed him.
Bucket, if you can't outrun a cop, how do you think you can outrun a car, man? Come on,
He
dude.
went on the Riviera cruise and took the ship. And he was the captain of the boat. He took over. Yeah, I literally thought he was going to show up and cover and maybe build a relationship and learn from what they're doing. He shows up and takes over the whole protest. And he's the whitest guy there.
He gets himself flattened.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Journalism contemplation 101.
Morgie, are you still here?
Oh shit!
I am. I'm just listening.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you earlier when Jimmy asked you a
I
question.
died in the middle of laughing shit out of gummy bear.
No worries, Harry.
No, I'd love to hear. I mean, your thoughts. I mean, about Brian's.
Oh, go back on that, damn it.
Well, no, because I
He's a-
cut Morgie off earlier, and I.
His
apologize.
egregious behaviour towards women is what I asked Morgie before.
It's well, the whole stream's turned misogynist, as you can see, ever since a certain other person who is trying to get another person killed on another stream at the moment.
What?
Is bitch tits is at it again. It's total misogyny. It's turned into a boys' club, and they think they can they can get away with whatever they want to get away with by demeaning the women. I mean, you know, a lot of those women are actually on their side.
Yeah.
But what they're doing is just I mean, it doesn't worry me. They can call me what they like. I've heard worse, and I've been called worse. So it doesn't worry me, but I can understand why it does upset some of the other women, especially as they think, you know, they've tried to do the right thing and supported these guys, and this is what they think of them. You know, it's just disgusting. It's locker room. It's teenage behavior. You know, it's like these guys' balls haven't dropped or something. It's all that kind of pre-pubescent smoking in the lockers, handing around copies of Dad's Playboys. You know, it's that kind of mentality, and it's strange in men who are what's Brian, 60 years old. Josh is 34, but then of course we already know that he's a total misogynist, and it's and then it gets to going from locker room to actual defamation, which is what happened with Kate. and he's got no proof of anything. I know Aiden saw some of the file, but I know I doubt he has copies, and I doubt anybody's emailed it. I know Josh knows about some of it as well. So that's where he's saying. He's got the files. So whatever they do have, they may have emailed, but they haven't got the whole thing. So they're lying, they're accusing people, and they're defaming people, and they're degrading. They've gone to degrading people as well. And it's kind of like, as Bucket would know, because it happened to Bucket.
Yeah.
It's that same kind of mentality, and it's not fair. They're preying on the weak, and the problem is their subs have got that mentality, and they go along for the ride.
All right, sounds good.
And that's the disheartening part, is you see that
What
these
was that?
people. It'd be one thing. It was one or two dumb people on that panel, but the fact that he has 7 or 8 and they see nothing wrong with that behavior is just mind numbing. Especially because you said, none of them are kids. None of them are 20, 22 years old. These are all people that are well into their adulthood and should have better manners, better respect for people. I just love that. That was my better ones I created.
Morgie, I'll disagree with you on one point, Dan. I spent 21 years playing rugby league and rugby union, and I've been in plenty of locker rooms, and we never ever dissed a lady in that any way, shape, or form.
He's a
But
grandfather.
I get the point you're trying to make, though.
He's a grandfather doing this.
Yeah, Jimmy, I said prepubescent. I
Yeah,
didn't say
I get your point. I get your point that you're trying to make. Yeah, but
yeah.
He's a grandfather doing it.
Are we going to see Bucket getting flattened again?
No, well, it's actually a screensaver now. So it's right here every time anybody wants to see it. And it's also my logo at the top right of the screen. It's how close Bucket got to getting hit by a car. Bucket, are you there?
Yes, I am.
I'm a little worried about you controlling this right now, but I'm going to try my best to allow you to. So go ahead.
All right, guys, how are you doing tonight? So I'm hosting a rally for ADA awareness in Rhode Island. And basically what made me think to going to do this is because this video right here is a prime example. As we all know, from the last few months now, I've been having trouble with RIPTA. And them discriminating against me about not wearing a mask because I'm medically exempt. And I showed them plenty of proof that I don't have to show paperwork, and that their chief legal counsel has stated I don't have to wear a mask. Well, here's a video that I labeled, as you can see. Everything was going well after giving RIPTA a week off until Kyle, male version of Karen, came along. So if you can take a look, this is how well it was going. Can we hear it?
It's on mute,
Go
Bucket.
to Kennedy Plaza.
There you go.
As we all know, I gave it a week off of taking buses because they didn't give enough but problems. Let's see what happens today. I gave it a week off because they've been giving me nothing but problems and causing issues and whatnot. So I was like, fuck that. I ain't dealing with that bullshit. So I gave it a week off, and now here I am giving it another shot this week.
I just think
The
that's the
paper that
funniest
you're going to
thing in
see
the
me
world.
hand to him is going to be the paper from the chief legal counsel, not my
Now,
doctor.
did you tape it to your shirt?
No.
Oh, you should have.
All right, sir. Not bad.
No problems.
No
On
issues.
to the next one.
Well, this bus driver on this route is very respectful.
Do you have a compilation of
very
this?
respectful. Didn't say nothing to me. Didn't give me an issue.
Yeah, what?
Here we are, guys.
Yeah,
On my way to
when Kyle comes along.
You responded to yourself.
Nice shoes.
Nice backpack.
Oh, you're good, boss.
So this is the problem right here, right?
Nope, the next one.
Oh, so this is a compilation of the same day?
Yep, this is all on the same day, though.
Okay. That was important to mention,
I'm
but
wearing a mask.
Sorry.
Thank you. Still expired, hon. Thank you.
Like your tattoo, Bucket.
Thank you.
How long did I
What's
take?
going on, yo? About to get on the bus 50 here to go home.
Here comes the wrong one.
Providence. Let's see if this bus driver gives me an issue.
Let's see what we got. There's News New England. There's News New England hanging out with Bucket Boy. Now I know why Bucket Boy is over here. We found the spy from News New England here. You piece of shit. The spy's been uncovered. Jesus, why do I want to look at News New England's ass? Like, what is this, Bucket Boy? What are you showing me? News New England's ass?
Stop.
Is Ripta the bus outfit?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So you want to go to the back because you want to be less of a risk, right?
That's what the supervisors have me do now.
Okay, so you're following policy.
Plus, all the cool kids sit back there.
Right?
The Bucket Boy News 401 here.
Here's
Refuse
the
to get off
couple-
of the bus because I am medically exempt from being wearing a mask.
You're yelling.
I got a letter from the chief legal counsel from Ripta, Steve Coloswano.
That's just
Steve
weird.
Coloswano give me permission to ride the bus without a mask because I'm medically
I'm
exempt.
just trying to get on my way.
You know who Steve Coloswano is, sir?
Himself.
Who are you yelling at?
That's what I'm talking about. He's
I'm not
yelling.
medically exempt. I'm going
How
around
would
with
you
phony
feel if
letters.
you were on the bus with this guy? Like, who is he talking to?
The driver.
So
Who's going off it?
So is the driver responding to you?
Yes.
Oh, he couldn't
But
hear
were
that.
you seeing Bucket? Were you seeing imaginary people?
Bucket, like everybody in the chat is like, who the fuck are you yelling at? Because
The
no one
bus
can
driver.
hear. No one can hear the bus
Yeah,
driver.
it's hard to hear the bus driver because I'm
I got a
sitting by the
letter
motor.
stated from.
I'm sitting right by the engine of the bus.
And the bus hasn't moved yet, right?
Oh, the bus is moving.
The bus is moving as we speak.
Yep.
So they're carrying you, but they don't want you there.
Yep.
Are they planning on trying to push you off a moving bus, or were they going to stop?
Slow down.
Here we go.
Steve Coloswano, and you can't do what you did, sir.
The court doing the list like, why me? Why this?
Yes,
one?
please have the supervisor at the G-Stop. Because they're going to shut you up and tell you were wrong.
Easy, Karen.
And they're going to tell you were wrong and discriminated. I can't wait to see the supervisor tell you you're wrong.
Fucking pause it. What would happen if this guy's having the worst day in the world? And he says, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna kidnap this motherfucker, and I'm gonna take him to fucking New Jersey or to Pennsylvania, and I'm gonna leave the bus on the side of the highway and tell him to go fuck himself. You realize you are not in control right now. This guy could drive into a fucking bridge. Can you swim, Bucket Boy?
Yes.
What if he jumps? What if he fucking drives in a river and you're fucking drowning? You don't have control right now, and you're yelling at somebody who could bring you to Wisconsin. What control do you have right now? Are you able to jump through the window? Are you able to jump through the door? Who's in control right now, Bucket? You or him? You are the guy driving the fucking bus.
He's threatened to get his lawyer after me.
Who's the only one with a seatbelt?
He can do more than get his lawyer after you. He could do a giant stop, and you could go flying into the fucking passenger seat of that bus if it had one. Your safety's at risk right now. This guy could literally do a brake stop to the point where your mouth could smack against that pole and fuck your teeth up. Like, you're not in control right now, my guy. You could literally, this could be what happened to like Keanu Reeves in Speed, where there's a bomb on the bus, but it could be a really crazy bus driver who's about to quit his job and tell his boss to go fuck himself. And here comes Bucket Boy News 401 yelling at him.
He's calling in and asking, while driving, he's using the phone.
My bad.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
While driving the bus, he's using the phone, which is against the law of the state of Rhode Island, using a phone while driving. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hands free. Stephen Coloswano. You don't care? So I'll make sure I let Steve Calatrano, the lawyer, to know that too. Because what's your shirt number, sir?
Extra
None of my
large.
business. Yes, it is. You work as a public servant. I am allowed to know that. It's part of your policy to identify yourself.
Is it echoing or is
According to
No, it's not going bad.
Is that your
I'll fix that.
or is that how it was recorded?
No, it's because I didn't have my mic on mute. My bad.
Go ahead.
Steve Calatrano and Roy, the paralegal. Telling me my letters are phony, right? Well, I'll make sure I sue you personally for a civil matter now. Because my letters ain't phony. I can show you all my letters, and I can make you eat your words on how they're not phony.
Are you standing
Guys,
up
I'm
right
gonna
now?
keep this rolling because
Are you standing up right now?
No, I'm sitting.
Oh, I was gonna say. So I want to address the fact that you're not doing a bus audit. You're doing an ADA audit.
Yep.
That's a fair audit to do because you're auditing a story that you're a part of because your rights as a patient of the ADA have been violated by this company. So you have every right to be doing what you're doing right now. Go ahead.
Correct.
I just don't want you to get kidnapped. That's my only concern. I don't want to get a call from you and you're in Florida like, hey, you know, Rice Krispies, I'm lost. I don't know how to get home. Like, I don't need you to call me and do that, you know?
And
I got you.
Look where you're sitting at. If he slams the brake on, where are you stopping? The windshield.
That pole. That
no,
pole.
the windshield. You'd be like a fucking love bug.
I believe I can fly.
He almost got hit by a car. Every day, Bucket screams. You don't know if he's going to get hit by a car or what. You just never know what you're going to get.
because we are going to be getting into the Kennedy prizes soon. And the supervisor will be meeting him at the bus stop. You should tell him that I was correct yet again and he can't refuse me service. The bus driver is going to learn his place today. And like I told Steve Calatrano and the supervisors, I am not a problem until the bus driver makes it a problem. And then that's when I become the problem because the bus driver wanted to give me a problem about being medically exempt. So that's the reason why I become a problem, because the bus drivers don't want to follow their policy.
And pause it.
It's not my fault the bus drivers don't want to.
And your life has legitimately been affected by this. And that's why this is important to you.
Yep, for
Keep
the last
going.
3 months now, since May.
It's an everyday fight and an everyday struggle. That's another reason why you're doing this.
Yes.
Go ahead, play.
Let me ask you. I'm sorry, 1 second, Sancho. Let me ask you a question. I think all of us agree that this is a decent audit, but why not wait till the bus stops and confront the driver and the supervisor one-on-one, politely, cordially, with your notes, rather than torment the whole bus?
Because they won't. And the thing is, though, if I don't do what I do, I just go sit quietly, they'll stop the bus and inconvenience the passengers. So when I start exercising my rights and start letting them know they're becoming an inconvenience, they just continue the route instead of waiting most of the time.
But isn't the bus driver on the phone right now because of this, which could cause an accident?
Yep, but that's why I said hands-free. That's why I said to him, that's against the law for using the phone while you're driving. No, it's not. That's how smart you are. Hands-free is a state law in Rhode Island. You don't have to have any electronic devices or any kind of device in your hands while driving.
I believe 911 is exempt from that, I think, in most states.
So, Bucket, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why don't they just issue you a card that has exempt on it? That you can show when you can show when you pay your
That's
fare.
what the paperwork says. From Rip to the chief legal counsel.
They don't have a card. They don't have a card. It's not like a
Yeah, it's not like a handicap placard.
Yeah, they don't have. It's just non-existent. They should have that, and policy should be implemented and pushed for. Absolutely, like a medical marijuana card, you can just flash it and like get out of trouble. I have one myself. His paperwork is as good as it gets. and it still wasn't good enough. Now, the bus driver, to his credit, is bringing Bucket to his destination, but he's fighting him the whole time doing it. He has had experiences in prior to the video where the bus driver wouldn't even move, and he held up everybody's time for 20, 30 minutes.
That video's coming next.
He's had the police called on him.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm just trying to work out why there's not an easier way of working this out. Did you show them the papers?
I tried. I tried showing the chief legal counsel papers, saying that they can't do what they're doing. They don't want to see it.
But
Okay,
the,
so
but the head of Ripter admits it, though.
Can I make a suggestion? Go to the your RTA or your bus company, if you use them on a regular basis, or your transport company, and ask them if they could issue a special card you could show a driver that says you are medically exempt.
It's bad enough I got a disability bus pass.
Okay, so no, I'm just saying.
And I've been working with the chief legal counsel of that bus company for about a month now and still gotten nowhere.
His issue is he puts a lot of emotion into everything he does, but to be honest with you, I know Bucket off air. He's a very emotional guy. I mean, he's as real as it
Oh, yeah,
gets.
no, I understand, but maybe he could get somebody who could help him. I mean, all you'd have to do is go to.
That's what I'm leading up to. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'll be showing. I'm gonna skip through this video, play one more, and I'm gonna show you guys what I was getting up to.
He's the kind of guy, if you hand a script to him, he'd punch you in your mouth.
And Bucket Boy, there's nothing wrong with having a disability card. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it at all.
No, I'm just saying though. It's just like they see that enough. I think that should be enough for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's, as you know, there's different. But maybe you could get them to, you could advocate or get somebody to help you to advocate that during the virus for somebody like yourself that they can put even if it was just a stamp on your disability card that would show them that you're exempt from that, which wouldn't.
He's doing a rally in a couple of weeks, and I'm actually helping him behind the scenes with that. And I'm trying to tomorrow. I'm going to start trying to get him in touch with a couple groups and kind of network with him to not only get the attendance up, but to give him direction and guidance from an experienced group that has potentially done rallies in Providence before. Providence is a big city. He's doing it in the heart of Rhode Island. His location is prime for a good awareness day. He just has to strategically plan it and stay the fuck out of trouble.
Bucket, Bucket, if you do a rally, stay off the streets and watch out for cars.
Yes. So let me get through this video real quick, and the next video so I can show them that the bus actually stops and waits.
Okay, sorry, Bucket. I was just trying to throw a couple of ideas your way. That's all.
This is why I'm having this rally also. So just bear with me, guys.
Make me come from a problem because they want to cause a problem.
Oh, hold up. You guys didn't get this dipshit off my bus.
Yes, you do. Steve A. called Toronto said so. The legal chief department said so. I'm now getting this own video for him too, that you don't have to let me on your bus now. Yo. Because that's discrimination. Yes, it is discrimination.
Was this recently? Because News New England's on this bus. Is this why News New England's so angry? Or no?
You're muted, Bucket Boy.
Yeah, you're muted, Bucket Boy.
This was 2 days ago.
2 days ago? I mean, do you feel bad for the woman who's literally about to jump out of a moving bus because there's a lot of shouting and, do you feel bad about that?
I feel bad for her all the way, but it's, like I said, I don't.
Is there another way you could have went at this as far as approach-wise, or is this all you got?
The bus driver's been doing it for too long now, and they've been enticing me this whole time. And I've been trying not to become a problem until they become a problem by giving me a problem.
He did do one a couple weeks ago, like, to his credit. He did do one where he kept his mouth shut the whole time, said absolutely nothing. Cops were called. Then he spoke up, but he kept his mouth shut the whole time. I just think you're seeing Bucket Boy enough is enough, and he's just blowing up right now, which is, we all do it as human beings. We can't pretend like we haven't lost our shit and snapped.
Oh, absolutely. But look at your surroundings also, and that's kind of what I think Morgan and I are kind of suggesting. No one's disputing you have a valid claim for what they're doing to you, but when you escalate yourself and you verbalize yourself that manner, it comes off threatening. You're a big guy. You're a big
Whoa,
kid,
easy.
and it's intimidating. And that puts people on edge.
I just think the message would be heard a lot better if there wasn't, if the demeanor was calmer. You know, I think the yelling is what it is, and I think the big part about this rally that I want to see from Bucket is I want to see you pass that the megaphone. I don't want you screaming for 3 hours or 2 hours, because number one, you're gonna come off like a lunatic, and number two, you're gonna lose your voice, and number three, it isn't about Bucket. It's about the cause.
Everybody.
It's about the movement. So that's why I'm going to try to get you in touch with a couple of these groups so they can have the megaphone and speak and talk about their experience. And I find it impossible that Bucket Boy's been the only one who's experienced this in the state of Rhode Island, let alone in the city of Providence. And I think the goal for Bucket Boy is to get in touch with those other people who've been discriminated against, because there have been people who have. It's just having the necessary resources to find them, to get them at that rally, to speak about their experience. And the goal is to hope that change becomes. And I think Bucket Boy is doing an admirable thing by saying enough is enough, and I'm going to assemble and exercise my freedom of speech and my right to assemble and do a rally. And I think a lot of these other people, they don't do that. And I think he's had enough to the point where he needs to do a rally, and he's going to yell. But I hope we see more intelligence and passion than anger, because when you yell with anger, your message isn't going to get across as well it would be if you did it with passion and a calm demeanor.
I made a joke earlier, Bucket Boy, when you first came on the night, and I said you were the voice of reason regarding the Glenn situation. You truly were. That was very articulate, very well spoken, and that's the way you need to come across when you want to get your point across to people, and it'll be received a whole lot better. I know I made a stupid joke about it, but I'm being very sincere right now. That was awesome, Bucket.
No, I hear you, and I appreciate that. I didn't even know you even joked about it. I was taking it serious then too.
We have to work on the sensitivity of Bucket Boy. That's the number one thing we got to work on with you, because, like it or not, a lot of people watch what you do and they may think you're a badass, but a badass really shouldn't show a sensitive side and get easily offended on things. And that's something you need to work on and realize. Because listen, you got a good amount of subs, my guy. You know, I mean, what is it, like a few thousand right now, or what are you at?
1380.
1380. So that's impressive alone.
That's fucking double Sancho.
That's double Sancho. I've only been around for 2 months, by the way. Just so you know.
Now it's 2 months. Now it's 2 months.
It's been 2.5 months. 2.5 months. 2.5 months. So that's why it says 3 months. That's why we're under 3 months. So it's 2.5 months. But you got to realize there are going to be people out there who are going to pick apart your flaws and go after you. And you got to look at it like, I don't give a fuck. I'm Bucket Boy. Who gives a shit about that? Because you know what's more important? Not your feelings getting hurt, but the message and approach that you're trying to get out there. That's what's more important. Change. People not getting discriminated against. The ADA being respected and enforced by everybody. That's the mission and the goal with you, not your feelings getting hurt.
And we understand that that's not easy, because it's not an easy thing for you to understand. But if you can get to the point, you get a lot more bees with honey than you do,
vinegar.
Yeah, vinegar. Thank you.
There it is. Nice.
So the thing is, like, if you can keep your demeanor like you are tonight with us, imagine then you get taken a lot more seriously, and you're playing the game. Because if you can keep calm and you can keep polite, and you've been very polite on this on this panel, and I know you can do it. So if you can do that when you're talking to these people to put your point across, you'll find that they'll be a lot more receptive than, unfortunately, the poor old bus driver. And you have to remember that these poor old bus drivers, okay, there's hundreds of people going through there, and a number of them have actually contracted COVID through passengers. So, you know, they're putting their lives on the line as well. So when you get upset, they will you.
And
Sorry,
that bus driver could have a health condition himself and relate to your mission and agree with why you're fighting, and he was just following a policy that may or may not have existed.
When I had the
Understand, and
policy
we're not
written in my hand.
I
Right.
understand, but we're not disputing that.
He clearly thought he was doing his job, or the fear of coronavirus and seeing somebody not wear a mask in a closed a closed bus with no windows might scare the fuck out of somebody.
Yeah.
Don't take it personal. Now,
Right.
do me a favor. Tell whoever the fuck has messaged you on Facebook to stop, because I'm trying to share your screen, and whoever this person is with a W is, and I don't want to dox anybody. So you got to tell these people to stop messaging you, because I've already showed one message of you saying no sorry to someone. So you got to tell the person to stop messaging you, or the whole world's going to see it.
He's trying to look up the glitter bug. Leave him alone.
Am I able to show your screen and nobody's going to message you?
Yes.
Promise? Because it looks like I can see a message right now, dude. Okay, there you go. All right. So here we go. Rhode Island ADA Awareness Rally, 1 Kennedy Plaza, Providence, Rhode Island, August 29, 2020. You've reached 160 people so far. So this is going to be at 1 Kennedy Plaza, Providence, Rhode Island. And again, it's going to be August 29th. That's on a Saturday, right?
Yes.
It's going to be 1 to 4, so it's going to be, like a 3-hour window. Anybody who wants to share, please do. Anyone who wants to share the Facebook page, please do. Will you have flyers available for anybody to print out and hand out on their own, my guy?
With the next couple more days, I'm working on a border for the flyer and going to be getting it printed up soon.
Good.
Brandon, that's awesome, buddy. Keep it up, man. That's really cool.
If you see right there, this is the whole description on what it is about and where's it going from.
I was going to help him and kind of, put some words in his mouth, but I wanted to see him go with his heart. Hey, wow, look at this. Can you back up a little bit more?
Hold on.
Back up a little bit more. Like zoom the mouse back a little bit more. Okay, there you go. Perfect. And he essentially wrote that from his heart. And I did not need to do any editing at all because it was well put. It was well versed. And awesome job, Bucket. I'm proud of you, buddy.
That is really cool, Brandon.
I'm proud
Keep
of
it
you,
up, man.
buddy.
Thank you.
I was worried about you getting hit by that car because this rally wouldn't have happened if you get hit by a fucking car.
Nah, cars eat me. Come on, cars eat me. I make motors drop. It's the trucks got to worry about.
Guys, I got to drop off at the SAC. Thanks for having me on. Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap up soon. I just want to give everybody a chance to kind of address their grievances and get their stuff off, whatever's on their mind. I'm going to start with Jimmy, and I'm going to end with Bucket Boy and follow the order. Like, Jimmy, go ahead.
Like I said before, he's a piece of shit. And
hey, he's turning his life around. Bucket's doing his best. He's got a rally going. Relax.
Bucket, not my boy Bucket. I'm talking about that Jabba the piss pants.
Oh, all right,
yeah, the one that wets himself, but he thinks he's a tough guy.
Allegedly wets himself.
Nah, well, hey, he's got no proof of half the crap he says.
Moral compass, no proof. I know.
Yeah, so Yeah, I'm disgusted, and I feel for any lady that's felt his wrath. I feel for his wife, his children, because if he's like that to people, and you can more than likely be like
Well,
that.
Jimmy, I mean, think of this: if he's gonna act like that in front of a camera, what do you think he's doing without a camera?
Exactly. He could be
I'm
worse.
more scared for his wife and children than anything. Sorry.
Right.
And hey, he's on his second wife too, isn't he? So what happened to the first? You know.
Well, we don't know what happened, and I want
Yeah,
to stay
so-
away from that stuff. But
Yeah.
I just, he's not the
If I
same
was him,
person.
I'd just make up all the allegations in the world.
He's
what
an-
happened first,
yeah.
but I'm not him. You know.
Right. That's well. He's not who he was when I knew him. He's
And
changed,
you know,
and he's too far gone from saving.
My feelings are, you know, like Kate and I aren't best mates, and Golden or Peachy, but they're friends. I call them all my internet friends. And if he's gonna pull shit on them, well, you bring your shit to me. Try it on me. Big
It's
guy.
the right thing to do to stand up for a woman, and not saying that none of those women can take it. All those women are
I'm
strong
dirty on
enough.
what he said about you too.
Right.
I'm dirty on what he said about you too. You know, I class you as one of my internet friends too.
Yeah.
You know, try me on, you big mouth fucking slug. That's all I said.
His accountability was deleting the video and then lying for months, telling everyone he never said it, and that he was suing me for defaming him for saying that he said it when he didn't.
And I know you're triggered at that, and I know you're not happy about it. But
I'm
you can
permanently
defend yourself.
banned.
What really pisses me off is what he did to that hot girl. She can't defend like you can, like Kate can.
Well,
like,
Mike admitted today that he has 100 girlfriends, and I hope she heard that and realized that she's been played.
Yeah, and that's the thing. From what I've seen on chat, even today, she still thinks Mike's in love with her. That hasn't hit her yet.
Just as long as she's not getting hurt, but I don't see how she's not getting hurt with how many tears she's already shed on those shows. She's clearly getting affected by it.
You wait to see the tears when she realizes there's nothing between her and Mike.
Right.
The
I mean,
fallout
he's got 100. He's got 100 girlfriends. His words, not mine.
He has.
Yes.
Mike Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Pussy ass bitch. Pussy ass bitch.
I'll leave. Oh, just don't get me started on that. You're trying to close off.
Yeah.
I have 200. Okay.
What's the?
I have
Can
42
I go to
guys.
Fizzy?
I'm gonna
Can
break
I-
some news real quick. Breaking news.
Oh, he's taking over. Go ahead.
Nope. Fizzy's right next. Breaking news. I got 400 girlfriends. And I'm still a virgin.
You're
Might
still
do
a
that.
virgin?
Oh yeah.
Really?
No, we got the bug lined up for you, Bucket.
Wait a minute. How the fuck are you still a virgin?
It's
How the
possible.
fuck am I not?
Is it because of choice? Are you waiting for marriage on purpose?
No, I just never could win a bitch.
Are you down the
Oh,
fuck
shit.
bucket? Are you down the fuck bucket?
When I show what?
That's the problem with you. I think you chicken out like a little bitch. That's why you're a virgin.
Never had the opportunity.
I
his
doubt,
choice.
I doubt that. I doubt that.
His
Dude.
choice.
That may explain why he's so angry. That makes so much sense now.
Look at this. Scooby Doo is a Bible bong. Here's my right hand.
Oh, it's already on guys. It's already on TMZ. Fuck. How the hell are they gonna break that news that quick that he just announced it?
What?
Because I've been very notorious for stating that if a female goes to in a hotel with Bucket at 4 a.m, they're gonna leave fucked. And now I look like an idiot because he's a virgin. All right, Fitzy, go ahead.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
I mean that was just a bombshell that I don't know where to go after that.
Yeah, I know, me neither, but I'm good.
Where do we go from here, Morgie? What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm just going to wish everybody a good night, and Bucket, I wish you the best of luck with your rally, mate.
Thank you.
And Can I make one suggestion? Can you take a shot of that Facebook flyer and email it to the RIPTA ADA officer? Okay, so they know that this is what it's about, and maybe they'll send somebody out to meet you as well.
We'll do it. I was also going to email Monday morning as well to the ACLU.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about the people because of people. Yeah, send it to the.
White Rivers and Steve Carl Toronto both got it already.
Yeah, send it to the Rhode Island Government ADA department, and send it to the Transport Department as well, sweetie. So they know that it's going to happen, and then hopefully they'll send out a representative to come and talk to you.
Yes.
Okay, so it's just an idea, but it's a really well written. It's a really well written pamphlet. Sorry, it's been a long day. And I think if you get it to the right people, if they know that that's going to happen, they'll probably send somebody out to talk to you about it. So you can't. I mean, at least you tried. So you can't. It takes perseverance, but at least you tried.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much, Marky.
Okay, no problems, mate. Good luck with it.
Thank you. So, Sancho, I want to close it out. Ready?
Just so you know that if Glitterberg hears what you just said, she is en route to Rhode Island as we speak. She is angry beyond belief and is honored that she could be your first. She has actually took a air balloon that she's flying out from Texas right now, heading to Rhode Island. That's how fast.
Turbojets on it.
She's on an air balloon.
Does it have turbojets?
Do you got any videos coming up to plug, like anything like that?
What's up?
Do you have any videos to plug, or if not, tell me what's going on August 20, the 29th again.
August 29th, no more videos. August 29th will be a Rhode Island 88 awareness rally here in the state of Providence, Rhode Island. Here in the city and state of Providence, Rhode Island, at 1 o'clock to about 3 o'clock, maybe a little later, depending how many show and what's going on and what the vibe is like. Hopefully get some more advocacy on it and more advocates to show, and let's see what we can bring up in the next couple of weeks while we're getting planned and ready to go on it.
Awesome. I want to say that I'm proud of you. I want to say I don't want to talk for everyone else on this panel, but it sounds like and people in the chat, people are getting impressed by Bucket Boy and this rally. We don't want to put pressure on you, but we really expect big things from this rally, and we wish you all the best. And I'm honored to be helping you behind the scenes with it, and I can't wait to not only help you with the rally, but to get you fucked as well.
Hey.
There you go, everyone. Thank you for tuning into Osancho Live.
Close out yet.
All right. Do you want me to do the big screen? Thank you, guys. Let's do a big screen. Here's the kicker, everybody. Bucket Boy. Thank you, everybody, for hopping on panel.
401. Here's the kicker, everybody.
Here we go.
Night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. He lights it up here. I hate bongs, but he loves them, so. Oh, look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, he is single and ready to mingle.